Hey everybody, and welcome to the Flat Earth Digest Live, episode 8. In this episode, we're going to cover a whole lot of stuff. Whole lot of interesting stuff happened in the past couple of weeks, or the past 2 weeks here, and we're going to get down to brass tacks. Now, one of the first things I want to do here before I start is, of course, tell everybody hi in the chat. And I want to say, thanks to everybody who has shown me, an absolutely monumental, level of support. A lot of you guys know what I'm going through in my personal life, and you've been, showing your support in lots of emails and messages and Skype chats and etc. So I want to say thanks to all my real friends, my true friends out there listening. I hope to do a call-in show here at the end. I might even do the Brady Bunch or the Flat Earth Bunch background behind me, and then just do an open panel show because I don't know. I got 2 beers, and we're gonna do all the news, and then we're gonna just have a little call-in show or an open panel discussion. I really haven't decided yet. So you guys in the chat, let me know if I should do a call-in show or if we're gonna do like a Google Hangout like I did the other day. And if you missed it. We had a pretty good live stream a few nights ago where, let me just tell you, there was a streamer named Slapadon, and he was running a live stream titled something like, "Okay, stupid flat earthers, come defend your theory," right? That was his title for his live stream. And, I'm not stupid. I knew what I could potentially be getting into, but I wanted to see what this guy knew. I wanted to see if he had any real information or if he was just going to parrot mainstream science. Well, long story short, I got in there. I had nothing to do. I went to his live stream. He had a Google link open, and he was accepting people in there. So I went in and I said, "Hey, it's the Horry Sheet Show here, man. What's up? What you got against flat Earth? What's your biggest problem with it?" And we started talking. And by the end of it, it ended well. We were like, cool, and he was like, "Hey, you should come back again sometime." I'm like, "Yeah, sure will," or whatever. But let me tell you, the guy didn't know his facts. He was just regurgitating the worst mainstream stuff ever. He for instance, he didn't know what the hell the Cavendish experiment was. That should tell you a lot right there. But you got people that are gonna attempt to make fun of flat Earth, and they don't know anything. They don't know about any of the history. All they know is the crap that they hear from NASA, which we're going to get into and destroy. Especially that PBS video that came out where they were doing that laser experiment. Oh, Globebusters absolutely destroyed that. And this was last week. I didn't even watch the whole beginning of the Globebusters this week. I forgot it was freaking Sunday. I got in Globebusters. It was 2 hours late. I was like, no! That was me at about 3 in the evening today. I was like, how did I miss this? It's all I crave. Anyway, guys, we got a good show for you tonight. And Slapadon, what I was going to say, let me finish. Slapadon ended up, we left on good terms on his stream. And then when I did this live stream a couple nights ago, I was just doing some tests. I was trying to set up a new backdrop. Matter of fact, I can show everybody what it is. It's going to look terrible right now if I do show it. Hold on. Let me just erase all the stuff. So yeah. So I got a new background. It's called the Flat Earth Bunch. So when I host Google Hangout, anybody who's currently talking is going to show up on this big blue square, and everyone else is going to show up in the other ones. Yeah, no, I need 9. But whatever, I was too lazy. So, and I'm probably not going to host the full panel. I'm probably, 6 people, that's good enough. 6 people and a host, that's good enough. Nobody can talk very easily after about 6 people in the same hangout. It's just crazy. But anyway, I was hosting a hangout like this. I was testing the live stream. I was putting all the squares where they needed to be, and I was asking for people to join in just so I can get the background set up properly. And I had some A-listers coming out the woodworks. I had Karen B, I had Robbie Davidson, DITRH, I think, showed in there. Wasn't you there? Just Jack was in there. Authentic Intent was in there. It was really cool. I had a whole bunch of people in here, and everybody helped me set it up. So now we get to have an actual Google Hangout right here on the Horry Sheet Show. But let's get to it. Let's get to the first thing on the list. Wait. I still didn't tell you. I got to finish this because this guy, Slapadon, yeah, this is what I was trying to tell you. He came in while I was setting up my backdrop, and he was like, hey, man, I'm just here to return the favor, and you can go watch this. And after, can you imagine all of us flat smacking this noob? When we started talking flat earth, and he was talking to like 18 people, his cognitive dissonance kicked in, and he started telling everybody to just blow him left and right. He was like, you MF'er and stupid flat earthers, blah, blah, blah. He just like snapped. He started attacking Karen B, and I took like all of maybe 6.5 seconds of that before I was like, so I dropped him out. Everybody left the call, but triggered a Glober. You ought to go watch it. It was hilarious. And then Just Jack and Robbie Davidson hung around for an hour with him and talked with him. And he, from what I understand, he apologized thoroughly for making an asshat of himself. So whatever, Slapadon, you ain't going to win it back with me. Go screw yourself. That's just how I am, broseph. But yeah, I gave you a shot, man. Go back to the ball if you want, or see the truth. Anyway, let's get to it. Enough of that. Horry's in rare form tonight. Believe me, I'm just like... First up, we got Globebusters. Globebusters, my favorite channel of all time, and you know, you guys know that about me by now, right? Come on, you got to. They're my favorite, and in their last episode, they did, not today, but last week, it was titled Exposing the Fraud Behind PBS, Genius, Episode 6. Yeah, they went into a lot of fascinating stuff yet again, but one of the things that they mentioned was how Neil deGrasse Tyson agrees that the Eratosthenes experiment can work with both a large distant sun or a small close local sun. So I'm going to play a video of that, and I want you to just kind of take this in, and this is what this is what our global spheroid, geoid, wobbling ball Earth like mouthpieces are trying to tell us. And it's a bunch of crap, man. It really is. Watch how Neil deGrasse Tyson explains it, and watch how Globebusters dismantles it fairly instantly. So let's get to it right here. Oh, if you're trying to call in, you are not gonna you're not gonna do it right now. Let me pull it up here. I love how I have to do this every stream. Like OBS just does not save anything properly for me. It's terrible. And I have to like always change my browsers. All right, so here we go. This is where Neil deGrasse Tyson is telling everybody about the Eratosthenes experiment like it's a legit experiment. This was a guy that, didn't he have to like ride camels in the desert to get from A to B? He didn't have a cell phone or anything. He was literally like, this is how long ago they did this experiment. And we've still used it as fact. I mean, that's how dumb people are. But here we go, guys. Check it out.
This experiment conducted by Eratosthenes. Eratosthenes. And there are two cities in the old world. And one of them, they knew that at 12 noon on a particular day of the year, that the sun was directly overhead and you could see the bottom of a well.
Oh, okay.
You don't run around looking at the bottoms of wells.
No.
Because the light doesn't take, it's just, no.
Doesn't get down there.
Doesn't get down there.
How can we use this observation to see if Earth's surface is curved? We needed another well. Turns out we can't see the bottom of both wells at the same time. What might explain this? Well, there are two possible explanations. First, we could have a flat Earth with a sun that's small and close by so that the light hits the second well at an angle. Or second, we could have a curved Earth with a sun that's big and far away so that all the light comes in parallel, but only one well at a time is lit all the way to the bottom. Turns out with just two wells, there's enough wiggle room for both explanations to fit our observations.
All right, there you have it. Neil deGrasse Tyson has just made the stunning admission that it also works on a flat Earth with a close and local sun. But then, and I can't help but throw this in here, now he has to kind of double down on the BS. Now he's going to talk about, but if we put a third hole there, and by the way, this is something that I pointed out a while back. You know, first they're talking about wells and others they're talking about sticks. They can't even seem to get their story straight on whether it was two wells, a well and a stick, or two sticks, or what. But every iteration of this story seems to be a little bit different. But now Neil deGrasse is going to completely pull something out of his rear end and make an assertion which is completely unfounded and likely patently false. In fact, I would bet the farm that it is patently false. But let's hear what that assertion is.
Eratosthenes only had 2 wells. But what if he had added a third? With a third well, it doesn't matter where the sun is. No flat Earth model can explain the angles of all 3 shadows. But the spherical model explains it all 3 angles, with ease.
Yeah, sure it does. Ay, caramba. Okay, so there you have it. You know, Neil deGrasse really, you know, being forced to make the admission, but then immediately moving the goalpost and coming up with something that is absolutely unproven, completely a theory in his own mind, and likely 100% false. So this is how they do. They just up the ante with even more BS to try and obfuscate the entire issue. So,
well, and what the problem is that they're all assuming, even Neil deGrasse is assuming, that sunlight is always traveling in perfectly straight lines. And we know for a fact that that's not what happens, that the light coming from the sun is going to refract to varying degrees depending on the angle. And so in the flat Earth reality with the local sun, yeah, you can't triangulate on it because they're not including refraction into the equation. And it's a very simple answer, but he won't tell you that. He'll tell you that it doesn't work with 3 wells on a flat Earth.
Take note of this person right here. Just want to show you who that is. We're going to take a look at her in a second.
But he should say, because I don't know what refraction is.
And it also only works on a globe because you're taking the sun at an infinite distance. So
right. And
that's why it works.
All right. That's pretty much the gist of it. I mean, you guys can't run around. They ignore refraction and light diversion and stuff. They really do. So does Neil Lai, the science guy. They don't get it. I mean, he still tries to tell us that light. I mean, that boats go over the curve and you can zoom in on it because light follows over the ball. Like, come on, no, it's not it. It's not true at all. But anyway, let's delve in a little bit deeper. Another part of that episode that I just have to play is PBS faking the laser experiment that they did on TV, the one that we were just showing. Now, here's the thing. There's some birds in the video that are the same, and the background is the same in 2 different parts of the video. You're gonna see how they they masked stuff out. Okay, how are the same 3 birds visible with the helicopter in the shot and the helicopter out of the shot? So we have 2 different shots, and you're gonna see how this was masked together. Also, the water looks the same too. So it's not just some birds that happen to look like the same birds. They're not only the exact same birds, but the water and the waves and everything are all the same. And you're going to see a shot like that with the helicopter in it and a shot like that without the helicopter in it. And why? Why do they have to do this? This is just assuming we're all stupid. But the hive mind got y'all again. So watch this fakery. This is a super duper nail in the coffin here as to whether or not NASA and the mainstream media are faking things. You ready for this? Here we go. Let's do it.
So let's listen to him.
Okay, so if we take and bring in the 2 images, the 2 still images I took out of the PBS special there, bring them in here, and we can tint one of them. This is the 2 images I brought in. One had a helicopter and one didn't. We were watching the helicopter go below the water line there in this sequence. And in both sequences we saw these birds flying by. So I tinted this one green so it's a little bit different. And I'll take and overlay this one on that one. And then we play with the opacity a bit. Can you see what's going on?
Look at that. It's the same shot. When you superimpose the other one on there, the helicopter goes away because everything else is the same.
You've got the 3 birds, and you've got the same features in the water at that moment in time.
Yeah, same features in the water, and when you actually look at it playing, the wave patterns are even identical in the water. but he's going to get to that here. So let's keep going.
Okay. The only thing changing is the helicopter. How could that be?
How could that be indeed?
That's changing, right? Right? So all I did was that. How is that possible? It's because it's photoshopped. It's obvious video manipulation. They're calling this science. They're saying that they landed this helicopter 6 miles across on the other shoreline, and it disappeared below the waterline due to the curvature of the Earth and the curvature of the lake. And this is the evidence that they showed you, him looking through that telescope. But how is it possible that these same 3 birds are visible at 2 different times? One with a helicopter there and one without it there. It's pretty obvious that this is just video manipulation and pseudoscience. This isn't... If this was so easy to demonstrate the curvature of the Earth, why would they have to fake this? I mean, it's obvious that this has just totally been faked. On PBS, nonetheless. You know, millions of people watch this worldwide, and this is passed off as science. This is scientific proof that the curvature of the Earth exists, and they went out to a lake and measured it. How is it possible?
Jesus. So bad.
Right? There it is. Clear as mud.
Clear as a mother. It's really bad, guys. Guys, how many ballers do you know that try to hit us with that? How many ballers try to hit us with that? For a lot of people, this is like their proof, man. I mean, a lot of people, like, they'll be like, well, what about this? And now we can go, well, what about this? And if we hit them with that, what the hell are they going to say? They have to look at this and go, you have to accept that this video is fake. That's, if not, do away with that person. They're dumb as hell. But if they're scratching their head, then they must realize that, okay, well, I was bamboozled with this. So they're going to pick something else to hold as truth. And come on, show it to me. Because if this is all they had before, they're going to pull up something else, and it just goes downhill from there. So yeah, that was a great find. That was an absolutely great find. Bob, who was that showed us that did that video? Do you remember? I should have put that in the notes, but I really want to give him credit. Let me see if it's on the screen a little bit a ways. I don't know, Bob. Maybe you could tell me. Maybe you can give me a solid on that. I just did not get the original video. Anyway, so now let's talk about something a little else in that, a little bit more crazy here. Furthermore, the lady in that video that I just showed you, and I was like, take a look at her. She's an employee of NASA, and pretty much, I mean, her name is Joy NG. Hold on, let me get a picture of this freaking succubus. Hold up. I have so many screens now. It's crazy. Like, I have so much that I do on this thing. All right, so check it out. Remember her, right? Her name is Joy. How do you say her last name? How the hell do you say a name NG? That's her last name, Joy NG. Joy. I don't know. Anyway, she's a freelance science multimedia producer, photographer, and science communicator. An article on NASA.gov says Joy NG translates Goddard science into videos that reach thousands of people, or zombies, sharing NASA's work with the world. Yeah, so she's working with NASA to make videos like we just showed. Fake, composited, masked lies. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, you freaking... So, you know, we could clearly see the videos were masked footage, people. Wakey, wakey. Look at her little tag right there. She's so happy to be a part of NASA. Get out of here. We got you. We got you, okay? Look at the picture. Global Propaganda International presents Flat Earth Crushed. Yeah, your ass hurt. See, that's why I said Discovery Channel, Bob. It was a PBF show. That's why I said Discovery Channel. I knew something got mixed up. Anyway, guys, moving on. The next thing I want to talk about is a little bit more lighthearted. And yeah, it's called the 24/7 Flat Earth Discord live YouTube channel. Now, I just wanted to mention this channel. I started hanging out in it, and you know, when I'm not on the Sun and Moon Family United channel or Pancho Pete's channel, you know, when I'm off air and I just want to talk with flat earthers, I'll either go see if Karen's live and hop in and say hi real quick, or I'll go to the Pancho Pete channel and that's always on, and as long as it's not full, I'll hop in there. But I discovered the 24/7 Flat Earth Discord live channel, and I met some incredible people in there. We have a really fun microphone chat in Discord that gets streamed straight to YouTube. Excuse me. Anyone can join in on the discussion. They do debates, red pilling. It's really been a lot of fun hanging out with the folks there. And I didn't know this, but they've been going on for about as long as the Glowbusters channel. And I've just not seen it before. So the link to the discussion is in the description of their video if you want to join in into their Discord. But if you want to see what I'm talking about, just type in 24/7 Flat Earth Discord live in YouTube and you'll see their stream. So I wanted to give them a shout out. They definitely deserved it. Had a lot of fun. And thanks for the warm welcome, guys. Because when I got in there, everybody already knew me. And that's the funny thing about community. And I have a small channel. I mean, it's 2,400 subs. That's not a lot. But everywhere I go, people know me already. They're like, oh, Horry. And that was cool, man. It's like family. It really is. So, all right. Next up. This is getting freaky now, guys. You ready for this? This was something I thought would go super viral, but I don't think it has. Supposedly, a flat earther was hospitalized a few days ago and has not yet posted on his Facebook page since. Others have made posts seemingly not knowing of his situation. And here's a picture of the ordeal. Let me back up and get you the pictures. So check this out. This came across my feed, and it's concerning as hell. So this guy here, he was hospitalized. Put in the hospital. I guess he was out there holding a sign. It says Hugh. I'm gonna get this name wrong. Probably Hugh Berendorf. Maybe I got it right. He was taken to the hospital for believing in flat Earth because he's passionate in teaching others, in planting seeds and in people's minds. He never yelled at anyone or anything. He just walked around with these signs. It's now been over 24 hours since he was taken to the hospital. He's still in the emergency department and hasn't slept for over 30 hours. Just walking back and forth in a tiny steel medical room. How is this fair? How is it fair that a father can be removed from his family? How is it fair that he has to sit in a tiny cubicle of a room, bring him home? His children are used to having him home every day, and now he's not here. No person should ever have to live like this. Now, I went to his Facebook page. The guy hasn't posted in 4 days now. Everybody else, flat earth wise, they're posting on his page, like sharing stuff to his timeline. He's not responding. I don't know. Anybody heard about this yet? Oof. What the hell? If they're gonna start, they better have armor of God on if they try to put Horry in a room. Tell you what, if I'm spreading truth, come at me, bro. I'll die for it. Heard me? I'll die for it. I'm ready. You have no idea where I'm going. I can't wait. So that's that. So what do you think about that? Leave a comment below on this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this show, ring the bell. Also, my other channel, Flatsmackers Live, Flatsmackers Live, 3 words. Go sub to that channel as well if you want to watch an absolutely hilarious flatsmacking stream. I'm in the Tesla flatsmacking on Chat-roulette, and it's a hoot. But yeah, let me know what you think about this guy and his situation. If you heard it before, if you have an update, I cover stuff like this. This concerns the shit out of me. You heard me? I don't like this at all. Come put me in a freaking room. I'll rip your face off. Next up, here's a guy in the UK who claims to be a dowsing specialist. Listen to what he says about a specific ley line of the Earth, or ley lines in general, really, and check what he does at the end. Is this incredible or what? So watch this. Fascinating stuff here. Hold on. See, I need like a second me that can, actually do this faster. I don't know. All right, here we go. And it's 2 minutes long. I'll just play the whole thing. What the hell? Doesn't matter. It's 2 minutes. I guess I have to entertain you guys while it's quiet.
Yep. You were a bit sceptical in your presentation about ley lines.
Yeah.
Because they don't work and the curvature of the Earth. So would they work on a flat plane and have you doubts what we're doing on a flat plane?
I think they would. I think there's you should. I think it's the word ley line that's the problem with it's the terminology, because everybody looks at them in very, very different ways. And I think if it was a perfect lay, then I think if it was flat, then it would actually work a lot better than the curvature of the Earth. Now, the big one that often gets talked about is the Michael Lay, which runs from Hopton-on-Sea in Norfolk all the way down to the Cornish coast. Now, if you see up my map, it's flat. Fine, but if you put the curvature of the Earth in there, it doesn't work. It's supposed to be I think the summer solstice sunrise, and that's fine. But it's never going to be a flat line. It's always going to be curved, which then chucks out the theory to a certain point. Which is why I don't like the term ley line for anything. You know, to me, if you call it a holy line, lays to me, if it's as a summer solstice sunrise, then to me there's not the dowsable energy there. You can pick it up where it is, but there's no real dowsable energy there. But with what I would call a holy line, you're actually picking up a lot of human emotional stuff and Earth energy problems within it. Yeah, flat Earth works a lot better than a curved Earth. Definitely.
Just confirmed his theory.
Oh yeah.
Have you doubts whether we live on
A disc, a flat Earth? No, I never have. But I'm going to have to. Is it a flat Earth or not? Yeah, where's my pendulum gone? Somebody got my I put it in my back pocket. Okay.
Now watch this. Watch this.
Okay, so do we live on a flat Earth? Yes, we do. Yeah.
So what do you guys think about that? Anybody in here use pendulums? Have you ever tried doing anything with dowsing rods? I have. Freaky shit. Very freaky. I've had these rods, and I'd walk around in my yard and just walk around, you know, and nothing would happen. And then I'd be like, yeah, I don't know, nothing's happening. But like, let me try to get some water in a bucket, put it on the ground. Or a little pan is what I had, a little flat pan. And I'd walk over the pan, and as soon as I get over the pan, these little rods go. I mean, can't mistake it. Shit's real. It happens. It happens. It's like paranormal, you know. I've heard a lot of people talking about pendulums, and they can hold their little pendulum thing up and ask it questions, and it'll spin one way and go the other way, and they live by this, you know. I'm not saying this is like a flat Earth proof. It's just very, very interesting. If this is a world-renowned, like a leading UK dowsing specialist, has no problem with the flat Earth, says that everything he knows works better on a flat Earth than a round Earth. Ooh, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. A whole different kind of flat Earth proof possibility right there, right? So, you know, what about the pendulum thing? It looks like he had it shaking the whole time from his initial movements. I'm gonna give you that. Well, skeptical. I'm skeptical. I mean, as soon as he took it out, he was already like shaking in that motion. So, but he did sound confident that that little thing gave him the truth about a flat plane Earth. Interesting. The title of that video is "A Leading UK Dowsing Specialist Confirms Flat Earth." All right. Okay, so next up, really, I want to say thanks to some of my supporters. Thanks to David Kriegel and Vincent Poors for your recent donations. I appreciate them. Also, the last stream I had, David Weiss, Paul on the Plane, supported the last stream. Thanks to y'all again. It means a lot to receive support from my community. I know people will hate me for asking for donations, and to that, I simply flip you the bird and ask you to change the channel. I exhibit no shame for what I do, okay? I am changing the world, and I'd rather do this than wake up to a 9-to-5 job. So, in the end, you'd rather I do this also, okay? So share the links here, guys. You know, I don't need your money. I mean, hell, I'm not going to say that. You don't have to support me in that way, but share the link. Hell, at least share that. Thanks to all who show support. And if anyone truly knew my situation right now, you'd understand how all of what you see here may very well be pretty damn temporary. But let's hope I can keep doing this for some time. That's why I've been going so hard lately, pushing a show out every week and flatsmacking every night, every other night, sometimes 2-3 live streams a day. Anyway, moving on. Just want to say thanks to everybody who's been supportive. Now, how about the Earthrise from the Moon video? Have you seen this one? Well, I know I missed it. It happened a year ago, a whole year ago from the Japanese saline orbiter, whatever. Listen, guys. What I'm about to show you is even worse than the Tesla car video, okay? Take notice of the moon's surface not moving at all. If they said that they were in orbit catching this video, there's a problem there if the moon is stationary. Come on. So check this out. Pull up the video. Yeah! Jaybird, you finally subbed. I've been watching you in the chat for days. Thank you for finally hitting the sub button. Boy, made me beg for it, right? You guys, hit the sub button. It's worth your time. Here we go.
The Kaguya moves toward the South Pole on the far side of the moon. The blue Earth has appeared from the horizon.
Bullshit!
This is the Earthrise, as captured by the telephoto camera.
Garbage!
The sun is located right behind the Kaguya. The sun's light is projected directly onto the Earth, which appears round like a full moon. In this footage, the Earth's southern hemisphere appears on top. This is a spectacular view of the beautiful planet we call home.
Oh my God. Not for me, pal. That's some fake-ass BS that I call garbage. But you know what? To each his own. If you want to live on a ball and think you're an evolved monkey, go on ahead. If you want to do some natural, repeatable, observable, real science here on Earth, then look into the flat Earth possibility. You simply have to be able to figure out that that entire moon and Earth are nothing more than a 3D model with bad resolution textures and a simple JPEG of the Earth rising in the blackness of fake-ass space. Notice again, there are no stars. You saw that? There are no stars in that video.
Onto the Earth, which appears round like a full.
I don't need to hear you again. I just want to show it again. Look at this. No stars in there, guys. Come on. You know, last episode, I was like, I was talking about how, you know, half of the astronauts will tell you that they can see the stars and the other half are going to tell you that it's black like that. I mean, if we're doing a high altitude weather balloon footage, we see blackness, but you can't, can you honestly, it's 2018 right now. Where is our video of you know, outer space satellites and all the stars? Instead of focusing on a planet and making it the only thing visible, where are the stars at out there? Well, what they won't tell you, and I guess this is why even at this camera angle, with this weather balloon up here, we don't see any stars. Why? Because after a certain height you go, the damn things disappear. Did you know that? They just go away. Unless you put it like a yellowish solar filter on your camera, you're not going to see the stars. That's kind of crazy. How does that work? I don't know. They don't tell us this stuff. They don't tell us this at NASA. And the astronauts don't know either. Half of them will say, "Oh yeah, the stars are beautiful. We see every star in the night sky." And the other ones are like, "No, it's a beautiful black velvet sky. Can't see a damn thing." How do you screw that up, guys? How do you screw it up? Yeah, it's because you're lying. That's why. That's how you do it. That was the video titled Kaguya Taking Full Earthrise by HDTV, approx 5, 2008. I mean, April 5, 2008. So that was from the channel JAXA with a whole bunch of Japanese symbols that I can't go. But anyway, I'll put that link down and below soon enough. I'm so lazy about that. I know, don't hate. Next up, guys, I want to talk about a guy that he's been putting in that work. That's been, you've been exposed. You know him, you know Dread. You've Been Exposed has been taken off of YouTube for a while now. His channel was censored and blocked. What he's doing about it, what is he doing about it? Well, he's making his own YouTube. He's asking for support to build a platform where we all can truly say what the hell we want. A real place to express free speech for once. And you can listen to him talk about pricing and plans on the link that I'm going to include down in the video description. I won't play any of it here. It's just not all that interesting, but he was streaming from the Propaganda Untold channel, so you can go check that out, Propaganda Untold. Go check out his project and support it if you can. Yeah, interesting. If we can make our own YouTube channel in any capacity, that's cool. I think the issue with it is going to be YouTube is just so freaking popular. So now you're going to have to like really, really, really market this other channel. Really have to get this other channel out there. And once it starts growing, the bandwidth cost, I'm sure, is going to get crazy. But more power to him. I hope he's looked into every angle of it. And if you like what he's doing, look into his project and support it if you can. Next up, a bit of a sad story here, guys. This is some BS and a half, okay? First of all, I gotta sit down for this. It's about time I just take a little breaksy. Let me get that. Let me get the Tesla. All right. So, damn it! It's just too far away every time. It's too freaking far away. Anyway, the sad news. So, guys, Joey Rocha. We all know Joey Rocha. Well, if you've been not hiding under a rock lately, you know that Joey Rocha has been doing a lot of flat Earth activism. He's championing his own causes. He's a strong believer in lots of stuff, and he does a lot of research in it. He shared with us several things that were interesting and fascinating. He went and first he tried to convince us that there was no volcanoes on flat Earth. But then he had to eat a lot of crow, and he went down and he was invited down to see the volcanoes for real. And he was like, oh, so it is real. The volcano down in Hawaii, I think it's Fissure 8, is destroying Hawaii. But let me just tell you, he has lost over 3 years of work because he's been banned from Facebook. It was all deleted in a flash. We don't know exactly the reason why, and many of us cannot get in touch with him. It just goes to show you how bad the censorship is. Joey was doing a great amount of activism. Hold on. Wes, stop calling. I'm not ready for calls yet, bro. It just goes to show you how bad the censorship is. Joey was doing a great amount of activism all over the place. His research into volcanoes led to a lot of us realizing how bad the fracking is over there in Hawaii. They caused Fissure 8. In my opinion, they caused Fissure 8 to explode, and this explosion took over. Hey, Baby Jane Hudson! Haven't heard of you before, thanks. I wonder if you might guess who I am. Baby Jane Hudson. Guess who you are? I don't know. How could I possibly guess? I've actually never heard that before. But no, like Joey taught us that Fissure 8, thanks a whole lot. I love that support. Joey taught us that Fissure 8 blew up, and it took over like what, 10% of Hawaii, man. Like, it's exploding lava all over the island. His flat Earth discussions on Facebook were a joy to listen to. I hope he decides to start doing things on other platforms. Joey, you can. I mean, what? Facebook and YouTube said, Oh, get on YouNow. Get on LiveLeak and make some videos. But YouNow would be a cool place to just do your broadcast. But dude, you gotta figure out what happened, man. Like, something happened. You did something and you didn't mean to. And they like, I guess, you know, what I'm saying is maybe you, like, when you made your YouTube channel and you click that like create account button on YouTube, and then you say, oh, I know who you are, Jane Hudson. Thanks, Greg. But no, when you make an account, sometimes you know how you can hit that button that says make an account with your Facebook login, and it just, you know, you click that and it's just easier than putting in an email and a password, or maybe you still have to do a password, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. It's like an easy way to make an account. It saves you a lot of time just connecting it to your Facebook. Well, I think that's what maybe Joey did. And so if he did something wrong on Facebook, YouTube, because it's linked like that, maybe it zapped them both at the same time. But Joey said that he got an email from both Facebook and YouTube saying, we don't want you anymore. The hell? What? Dude, Joey's been cool. It's like PG-13 as hell over there. What's going on? I don't know, man. I hope he comes back. I hope he lets us know what's up. Joey, if you're listening right now, Skype me, brother. I want to talk. Zarklon1111. I'll type that in the chat. If you're watching this, you're going to see it pop up in the chat right now. Hit me up, bros. Hit me up. I love you, man. Next up, I know you like you some flat Earth activism, huh? Well, how about a new channel called Lifting the Lid? His first video is basically one man and his dog waking people up in Bristol. I'm going to play the first part of the video so you can see the sign that he's working with. And then we'll skip to one of his better guests a bit later on in the video. So check this out. Let me get there real quick. My little interim music for you guys. All right, let's do this. So here's his sign. Let me skip to the sign real quick. Come on, internet. I love you and stuff, but you is so slow, Jesus. All right, here we go. There's a sign. There's this cute little dog. But yeah, he's got him a nice banner. He went out of his way and printed out a good banner. Let me hear you. Let him hear you talk. He's gonna talk. Shit.
Need something to wedge this down. But here's the banner. And hopefully this will trigger conversation. So.
All right, so now let me skip a little bit into the video. I'm gonna skip to about the 13-minute and 50-second mark in the video. And you'll see his first good guest here. 13 minutes and... Oh, that's good. Here we go.
Time for a couple of minutes. Quick quiz question.
Yeah.
I'm on a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And do you mind if I record? Just for a bit of fun. Basically,
Wife said nope.
It's science questions.
Okay.
Questioning what we've been told at school.
Right.
Quick question for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how open-minded are you?
7.
7, pretty good. So are you do you take what you're told on the news, the press and the government in face value, or do you trust it?
Majority of the time.
Do you? Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So if I was to say some of the things we were taught at school have been challenged recently on the internet, and there's quite a big group of people now not quite sure about what they were told. Would you be willing to listen and have a look?
Definitely, yeah.
So one of the things we've been challenged with, we were taught at school is we were given a globe and we were told, you live on that. And age 5, we questioned it and said, why don't we fall off the bottom? Because in Australia, surely you'd fall off. You're upside down. And we were told, don't we, silly, that's gravity. And you just went, okay. And then your parents reinforced that. Yeah. So you didn't really question it. But as we get older, we can question things with a critical mind, can't we? Yeah. So do you know that the Earth's surface is 71% water? And yet water, the property of water is to always find its level, isn't it? Yeah. So how can we live on a ball?
Gravity.
Okay, so gravity is a good one. It's supposed to keep the conformity of the shape below it, isn't it? Yeah. So if I'm a round body of water, which we'd have to believe in, wouldn't we? Yeah. Miles and miles of humped water, which in my critical mind sounds silly right now, but let's just say we go with it. Underneath is also some curved land, isn't it? Yeah. So how is it that on Daytona salt flats and the Bolivian salt flats, they're 100 miles long?
Paul on the plane, dude. Thank you, dude. $33 donation. Gonna call me a shill? Dude, thanks, man. I love you, bro. That's awesome.
That now used to be covered with water. Yeah. But it's completely flat.
Yeah.
And then we look at the long distance photography records here. That's 275 miles. There's 3 miles of missing curvature. Geometry of a ball says there, look, 100 miles is 6,600 feet.
Yeah.
And today's zoom cameras can bring a boat back over the horizon these days, where we thought in the old days it went over the horizon.
Okay, yeah.
So if I was to ask you, what's your #1 proof you live on a globe, what would you tell me?
Wait for it.
Photography and media, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I've never been to space, so I couldn't tell you.
Let me give you a challenge when you get home.
Yeah.
I've got some images in the bag, but I'll do that another time. Look up photos of Earth from space and see if you can put your hand on your heart and find a real one. Because if you go to NASA's website, it says these are CGI composite. They stitch them together with high altitude balloon strips of imagery pasted together, and then they use a clone tool to paste the clouds on top. So if we've
dropping that truth though. Now, I think he may have misspoke about it being balloons. I think they actually use high altitude planes with sophisticated like camera devices that have like 12 cameras in the damn thing at once. So I think it's more like a plane that does it. If it's a balloon, interesting, but I really think it's a plane. If anybody wants to correct me on that in the chat, please do. And I'll take a break right now and tell everybody hi in the chat. Again, dude, thanks for that donation, man. 33, bro. Paul on the Plane, you're the bomb. Hey, guys, Paul on the Plane, please drop your link. You guys go check out Paul on the Plane's work. He's one of those on the front line doing his thing, and I cannot do what he does. I don't have his expertise. I don't have his brain, his equipment. I am the worst when it comes to orbital mechanics. But Paul on the Plane knows what he's talking about, and he puts so many nails in the globe Earth coffin, it's not even funny. I appreciate the heck out of what he does. That guy was smacking him well, says Midi HC. Yes, he was. Wesley Stace in the Flat Earth News Talk. You know, I have to be the first, LOL, yes. But you also have to wait till I open the lines, Wes. I love you, bro. Adam, what's up, man? How's it going? I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, Bling Bling, the BS of the ISS. You guys got to check her out, too. Check her channel out. She is another one that really dissects the heck out of NASA stuff. And the stuff that she finds, you're not going to find it anywhere else. I mean, I don't know if she has a job, but because she's so good at what she does. Oh, who is that? Hey, Lilith. Thank you, Lilith. Thanks for that sub. You guys are awesome. But no, check out the people I'm calling out, man. You guys got to look at these channels too. Blink says, yes, I was mad at a group of people for hurting a police officer and called them zoo animals and got banned for a week. What? I was mad at a group of people for hurting S police officer and called, I don't know what that, what? All right. The channel name was, oh Jesus, Kaleidoscope, and here is the video link. So if you guys want to check out, I asked Bob from Glowbusters who created that PBS video that showed us the fakery, and he just put it in a link. And I'll go ahead and I guess, yeah, I can copy link address. I'll just reiterate that now since we're back on the subject. So yeah, go sub to this channel too. Apparently he's doing some awesome work. Oh yeah, Adam, are you talking? Yeah, was that you that texted me, Adam? You texted me while I'm like still sleeping, and you're like, yo, bro, oh man, I'm gonna get that drum video to you in no time, man. And I'm like, what? What the hell? Drums? I hate drums. There's the last thing I want to learn is freaking drums. Yeah, we had to figure out that he was texting the wrong guy. I don't know what you're smoking or drinking, Adam, but send me some. Glowbusters, bling bling the BIS. Oh, I'm not gonna read that. Cool. All right, here we go, guys. Yeah, thanks to everybody who's supporting. Gregory, I don't know why you got to be so anonymous, but it's okay. You can support me as anonymous as you want to be, brother. I'll take it, and I need it. All right, the next one up is and by the way, again, that was the channel Lifting the Lid. The title of that video was Flat Earth Activism Bristol - St. George's Park, 27th August 2018. Okay, and because you know I'm late on getting all the links in the description of my videos, so I'm just telling you guys the title now in case you got a hankering to check out the channel. So go sub it. Now, the next thing up, here's a good, quick, informative Flat Earth video, and it's properly titled Flat Earth Explained. It was sent to me by Brett Milligan on Facebook. He created this video for us, and he hits a lot of major points. Let's have a listen to the first 2 minutes of his nearly 9-minute clip. This came out a little while ago. But I failed to play it around the time it came out. And when I did my little shout out to say, hey, do you have any of your own Flat Earth news? He was right there to say, yo, check this out. So I'm going to give him props. We're going to listen to him. Here we go. And by the way, Brett, I like what you do. Keep it up, brother man.
So when it comes to cosmology, there's basically two schools of thought. You got geocentrism, which has actually been the main school of thought since the beginning of time. Every civilization basically believed this, that we lived on a flat, stationary, enclosed plane where the sun, moon, and stars are the ones revolving around us. And you've also got heliocentrism, which tells us that we are spinning at over 1,000 miles per hour, circling the sun at 67,000 miles per hour while the whole galaxy is traveling through infinite space at crazy speeds. And that was introduced from Copernicus in the mid-16th century. Actually, Pythagoras came up with the idea before that, but Copernicus had already been working on a body of work that he was going to publish after he died. But the Vatican and the Jesuits basically persuaded him and pushed him to release it. And not only that, but come up with these other theories that would take people's minds away from the Creator, the God in Scriptures. So that's kind of how we got these two schools of thought here. So now that we have the two schools of thought already set up, now we have to look at NASA. NASA was the biggest hurdle for me to get over when I started researching this. But let me tell you a little bit about NASA. A lot of people will show you the pictures of Earth and tell you that it's real, but in reality, NASA even admits that their pictures are fake and they're all CGI. They're all composites. There's a lot of holes in what we accept as truth versus what NASA tells us.
Yep. He hits a lot of points there, makes a whole lot of sense. He shows a lot of videos, a lot of pictures and stuff there on the side of his screen. And, this is one of my favorite ones. Oh my gosh. They took this away from the nasa.gov website. What is that square around the Earth in the blackness of space? Well, I can tell you what that square is. I can tell you right now what that square is. That's just when you copy and paste something from one damn picture to another, you better remove that square or you're going to keep the square. And somebody else is going to find it later on when they change the lighting and the levels and the contrast of that picture, okay? So thanks, Brett. Thanks for that good video. Keep up your activism. And don't mind the decapitated penguin. I hear his owner still tries to call into my show and disguise himself because he has no more following anymore. I told you, buddy. Reap what you sow. Oh, Horry's a... So anyway, that video was titled Flat Earth Explained, and the channel is called The Firmament Files. Check it out. Now, here's something that, guys, look. Let me get back to my regular scene real quick. Just want to stand up, stretch my old legs. But guys, I love the support that's coming out of the woodworks for the show. And one of the things I wanted to mention, talk about people doing amazing stuff for Flat Earth. The flatearthstickers.com page, let me just pull that up real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about while I explain it. This right here, hold on, and pull it up. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, let's do that. This website right here, let me kind of give you a brief rundown. I'm going to show you what's all on there. But what do? Well, they make some awesome Flat Earth parody logos and space mission patches. So while the website loads, let me just tell you, the cool thing is that you can get these stickers cheaper than anywhere. It's just €1 per sticker. So that's approximately $1.25 USD per piece. The vectors are also available if you want to blow them up and make them as big as humanly freaking possible. And they are fans of the open source platforms too. So let me scroll down the site, show you guys what they have. Look at this. Look at these stickers. They're nada. Research Flat Earth with the freaking rocket. Oh, what is that? Best Buy Flat Earth? A shell Flat Earth? What is this? This is the Fila logo. Lies. I love it. The Twitter. The MasterCard Flat Earth logo. And was that Sega? Yeah, Sega. It was awesome, man. Awesome. They got the Taco Bell Flat Earth logo. Yeah, put these stickers somewhere. It's going to catch eyes. It's going to catch eyes. So now what I was saying was with an open source website, one can use the pay what you want option. That means that you can also download the content here for free. No money involved. Isn't that cool? But guys, really, the reason for selling these is for supporting the hashtag GlobeExit International Ops Network. Now, what they do is they cover more than 40 countries with flat Earth related content in their own native language. How cool is that? How cool is that? I mean, guys, this is super valuable. I don't know anybody else that's attempting to do this for the world. This is truly a paradigm shift operation. Hashtag Globe Exit. So go look what they do. Go look what he does. Check out, again, the website is flatearthstickers.com, and start slapping them everywhere. You'll be supporting a great cause and changing the world for sure. I could just go on and on. Every one of these is awesome. What is that, the Beatles? Yeah, the Beatles. It's just incredible. I love the designs. The guys put a whole lot of work into this. And for him to be translating Flat Earth anything to people's native languages, come on, guys. That's worthy. That's worthy of a cause. It's worthy enough to throw him $1. I mean, come on, $1 at least. Throw him a couple more dollars than that. Good stuff. I love people doing this. Thank you again for the support for this episode, Globe Exit. Thanks very much. I'm going to do this again. You're going to hear me talk about Globe Exit at least 1 or 2 more times again. So, yep, deal with it. I love it. Next up, so what's this all about? Okay, what's this? A hole? A hole in the ISS? What? A hole in the ISS recently. Now, I know you've heard about this, unless you've been under a box in the cave. Whatever. Well, I've read some articles saying that NASA had a micrometeor hit the ISS to cause a hole, but the official blogs.nasa.gov website's blog doesn't mention a micrometeor. They instead say something like this, and I'll quote, "Meanwhile, Roscosmos has convened a commission to conduct further analysis of the possible cause of the leak." Well, that indicates they have no freaking clue what the hell it was. So one source says it's a micrometeor, and the other source is like, what the hell? Joe Mama donated 33.33. Thanks, Joe Mama. Awesome, guys. Oh, love the hell out of you guys, man. Dude, thanks. So, yeah, I mean, what's troubling me about this is that the whole hole on the ISS is Chris Hadfield posted a picture of the hole. You ready for this? Or at least his post insinuated that the hole in the picture he posted has something to do with the problem on the ISS. Look, if you're going to tweet out and you're a freaking astronaut and you're going to tweet out this picture, I'm going to show you this picture. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Okay, I got it. Okay, hold on. All right. All right, here it is. Let me go back to the picture shot. All right. Move that picture. We're done with that one. Here it is. Okay. Here it is behind me. Look at this. Let's just examine this real quick. Look what he says. Chris Hadfield on his Twitter, and yes, I did go straight to the Twitter. I just didn't take this meme straight off of my Facebook. I know better. I went straight to Twitter, and yes, it's true. He did this. He posted this. He says, when your spaceship suddenly starts leaking air, you fix the hole with duct tape and a gob of epoxy. Nice save at Space Station Crew. Yeah, well, hey, jerk off. Look at this. Look at this beautiful picture. Doesn't it look real? It's even got NASA down there on the side, huh? Yeah. However, an article on CNET mentions information that's not mentioned on the blog from NASA. So CNET has more info than the NASA blog wanted to tell us. Cool, right? Well, CNET said, quote, upon finding the source of the leak, a 2mm, 0.08-inch hole in the orbital compartment of the Soyuz MS-09, astronaut Alexander Gerst from the European Space Agency plugged it with his thumb. Well, gee, I hope he was wearing at least the frickin' astronaut glove, because, I mean, Jesus, if he just plugged it with his thumb, I have a bit of a problem with how swollen that shit must have been after that. But anyway, so, yeah, he plugged it with his thumb. However, NASA's ground control realized, no surprise here, that wasn't exactly the best thing to do, according to the Telegraph, explaining that a thumb isn't the best remedy for a hole in one of the most expensive, important pieces of space infrastructure. You don't say. Former ISS commander Chris Hadfield posted an image of the hole, not the hole, said CNET, not the hole, to Twitter Thursday. So, CNET realized that that was not the actual hole. However, he didn't say that. He said this is the hole. What? Now, okay, let's move on. So here's CNET admitting that the hole Chris Hadfield posted was not the real hole. Why? Why do this? Why don't we have a picture of the actual freaking hole? Just nobody on NASA have a cell phone, a camera, a little thing to be like, Jesus, this is incredible. This is going to go down in history. Snap a picture of that. Don't give us this. Don't give us this, NASA, you douches. So, are we going to get one? Are we going to get a picture? Are we going to get a real picture? Why wasn't the thumb plugging thing mentioned in the official NASA blog? It wasn't even mentioned in the NASA blog that they had to plug it with their thumb. How does CNET have so much more info than the official blog for NASA? So many questions. It's all garbage, folks. They're lying. And they're compounding lies left and right. This is just an example of how they distract you from reality, okay? By the way, the vacuum of space is how freaking strong? I mean, look, a human thumb wouldn't it swell up? It has to have some issues if it was being the only barrier between the ISS and the intense vacuum of space. So I hope he was wearing his space glove. We don't know. The picture we have of the hole was actually used in a song from a band called, well, it was used for their album cover, the band Remedy Drive, their album Commodity. This is the picture of the album, though. Come on now. Check this out. Come on. Links to both articles, including a link to that album cover will be down below. Should I just show you? I mean, well, I don't even know if I have the actual album cover. Yeah, I do. Hold on. Here you go. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to do it. Let me pull up the old browser real quick again. All right, so, yeah. That same hole right here. Right there. Let me do a little zoom in there. That hole, compare it to this hole. Oh. Same damn hole. Same hole. You can't lie to us too long, man. We're going to get it, right? We're going to find it, dude. The hive mind is ridiculously good. The hive mind is fan-damn-tastic. Flat-tastic, if I must say. But seriously, how many times are you going to reuse that picture? And I'm going to tell you how many times they've already used the picture. Let me show you another website. Yeah. They used this in 2008 to represent a hole in the panel of a solar max experiment, whatever the hell that is. So, if I didn't just blow your noodle just now, well, look at this article from, again, 2008. Linda Lovon. This is a lindalovon.blogspot.com article. And, blah, 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 blah. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's the same thing. They're saying this is a view of the orbital debris hole made in the panel of the Solar Max experiment. Same picture. Article May 14th, 2008. Come on, how many times are you going to reuse the picture, NASA? What else are you going to say? What can you say about that, really? God. Moving on. All the links to those articles and pictures and whatnot will be down below. Try not to puke. And here's another gem I discovered on Twitter recently, tweeted out by We Are Waking Up, or at We Are Waking Up. No G on waking, just waking. We are waking up. It shows the astronauts getting tangled in wires yet again. I have not seen this one yet. And it looks like he's embarrassed as hell while he tries to untangle his feet while he's hanging upside down. I think, what's his name? What's this guy's name? He's got like a twin brother or whatever. You'll know him. So watch this. He's turning red while he's hanging upside down. But from what? Is he hanging upside down in gravity? Or is it him freaking out that he's turning red? What's making him turn so damn red? Here we go. Oh, I have to play the video myself. I actually had to download this video, so here it is. Let me open up my folder, and bam, boom, bada bing. Shwing.
For your time and to be a part of this, and the busy mission ahead, you got the spacewalk ahead, and thanks to all of you for your time and to be a part of this and for watching us and sending us such terrific questions. You can see portions of this interview on the PBS NewsHour and the entire interview on the NewsHour's YouTube. You got a busy mission ahead, you got the spacewalk ahead, and thanks to all of you for your time.
Oh man, I wasn't even giving y'all my audio. Look, somebody's like trying to get me on Skype. Horry, there's no audio. Sorry guys. Look, the guy turns like 5 shades of red in this video. He really does. He's trying to get stuff off his legs and everything. Oh, it's terrible, man. It really is terrible. They're faking this left and right. Now that's pretty much all I had for you guys. That's gonna be like the end of the broadcast. What in the world are they doing? They're faking laser experiments on mainstream TV now. They're masking footage of helicopters. They're just so terrible what they're doing. They didn't even, if they were going to fake the PBS footage like that, they didn't have to do it that way. They didn't have to do it that way. They really didn't. I don't know if they're dumb or they think that we're that dumb that they can just be lazy and get away with it, because it's like really bad. Hell, if I was going to fake it, I could fake it a whole lot better than that. And if it still took masking the helicopter in the video, I'm smart enough to know that you shouldn't use any footage that you could side by side compare and see the same ocean clouds or birds rolling through. Hell, if you're going to have birds rolling through, that's a significant thing that's going to say to me as a video faker, if I'm going to fake it, oh gee, we can't use that shot because it's got these birds. I'm just going to X-nay that. Just not use that B-roll. I don't know. I really think that they think we're that stupid. So wake up. Wake up. Share this video. Share this whole freaking broadcast, guys. Now, the next things that I'm gonna research, I have on my list the Terra Nova expedition from 1910 to 1913. It's a shame that none of the people that were in that expedition were able to tell us their tale. We only got what was left on their persons when the remains were found. There's photos, there's journals, there's videos, and there's little saved trinkets. But that's going to be something interesting to research, as well as the next thing I'm going to research is this was mentioned on Globebusters this Sunday from J. Tolan Media. We are now seeing 500 miles away. We're seeing stuff 500 miles away that we should not be able to see. I thought it was crazy to see stuff 200 miles away, but now we have more than doubled that. And there's some interesting infrared footage coming out on J. Tolan Media's YouTube channel. So check that out. Right now, at this time, let me see how we're going here. About an hour and 18 minutes. That's pretty much what I thought this would run. I'll go ahead and open the lines. Now, it seems like we got at least 2 people that want to call in. And I would love to start up my Brady Bunch background. So we'll have a Google discussion, Google Hangouts. I'm going to go ahead and start a Google Hangout. And if you want, you have to get to me on Skype and request a link. So Wes, go ahead and request a link. Subgenius, go ahead and request a link. I hope you have Skype, or I hope you have enough of a network to get the link from somebody. But if you got Skype, hit up Zarclaw on 1111. Globebusters, Wesley Stason, Flat Earth News Talk. Wait for it. All right, guys, I'm going to say hi to everybody in the chat, and then we're going to just do a Google Hangout. I'm going to put on the Flat Earth Bunch thing in the background, and we're going to get that started. So if you're done with the news and you don't want to hear the call-ins and the live stream stuff, well, then that's it. That's all I got for you, and thanks for your support. Thanks, everybody, for the support. Truly, everybody that has supported this stream, it's monumentally important for the world. I just wish the one I was with understood that, but moving on. Wesley Stace, the Flat Earth News Talk, says, Horry Sheet Show, you would be sucked out the hole just like the alien in the movie Alien Resurrection. Well, what about that person that got, they punctured a window or something in the high altitude plane and they were like killed as they got sucked out of the window? Like, what the hell? Like, that's not even outer space. I don't know. I wonder. I don't know if that's even real, but whatever. No sound. Yes, I figured that out. Thanks, guys. No sound. I know. It's terrible. How long was that? That couldn't have been more than just that one little clip, right? All right. So here we go. I'll go back to the Tesla. I'm going to start up a Google Hangout, and I'll start giving out the link to people in the Skype. So again, this is pretty much the end of the show. I have to go get one more beer, and we'll probably run for another 30, maybe 40 minutes. What is that? Dead moth? Ew. Oh, my keyboard. But we'll just have some fun at this point on, okay? And open up the panel. So give me a second. I'm going to pull up the Google Hangout window. All right. Do this. And I will go ahead and start doing what I got to do to set that up. Okay. Hangouts.google.com. Guys, just give me a minute. We're going to do a video call. All right. There you go. Wesley's already on the Skype. He's ready to go. He's about to get the link. All right. So, Wes. Here you go, Wes. You got the link. Pop on in here. And you know, Wes, you know what I like to do? When I go get my beer, I like to let you hold down the fort. Because I know that you're not going to get on and like show your bare naked man chest or anything creepy. You're a good guy, Wes. You're a good guy, and I hope that I can continue to trust you not to do that for us, right? Good. So come on in here, say hi to everybody, and let me go get a beer and hook up my headphones. Did you have it yet? Send me the link. Says bling bling. The BS of the ISS will do. Yes, ma'am. Would be honored to have you on the panel tonight. We'll get you that link right there, honeybee.
Yeah, baby.
There you are, Wes. All right, Wes. Go ahead. Talk to everybody for a minute. Bling is going to join you.
Yes. Oh, I got
right
something
back.
really cool for him. Really cool. Talking about, hello, everybody in the chat. Wesley Stace, Flat Earth News Talk. Wait for it. All right, go. You can go ahead and put all the ahs, oohs in the comments because I'm looking at them. So, yeah. Okay, what I was going to do. Let's do. When Horry was talking, he was talking about, ooh, look at that. Hey, how you doing? See, it works so much better on audio than text.
There we go. Hey, how's it going?
Good, good, good. So anyhow, Horry was talking about, was showing the helicopter and everything, and how the media can change things. So what I did is I never thought about this, but in the movie The Running Man, does anyone remember this? 1987. All right, they were planning this for a long, long time. In the movie, what did they do? They were making him look like killed all these people, and they showed him like dying, that they killed him off and making it look because of the CGI technology. Even though we didn't have it back then, we got it now, and that's exactly what they're doing. So they had that planned for a long, long, long time, I believe.
Who was in The Running Man again?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, yeah, you had to go down on a sled or something in the beginning.
I did not kill them people. So anyhow, that was something that I had to mention, was the Running Man, because they knew all about the CGI crap, and they knew they were going to get to that level, you know, soon. And, you know, they're here. We're here.
Bob from Globebusters, you need to jump in the panel if you're still in the chat.
Yeah, I could send them all. I've got them right on
I've been on a panel with Bob. I want Bob in here. Since
all
he's
right,
late,
Bob,
that
I'm
was
sending
3
you a
hours
link.
earlier in Arizona, so no excuses to be going to bed unless, you know, into that early bed kind of thing. I don't know. We're all night owls here.
Hey, everybody.
Especially me and Horry.
Just so you know, for some reason I'm trying to have to like reset up my like backdrop here. I don't know, it didn't save a lot of stuff. So I got Bling here on the big screen right now. So we're gonna at least see who's actually talking, and soon I'm gonna fill in the little icon. So I'll get to that as we talk. But thanks for joining us, Bling. You're one of my faves. You're one of my best flat Earth mums. You know that. And I love you. I love you for what you do, and I love you for the support.
I love my lectures.
I love a lot of things about Bling Bling, the BS of the ISS. Yeah, it's awesome.
Such nice compliments. Oh my word. making me blush too much.
You've done the same for me, let me tell you.
I don't have my camera on, so I guess I could put it on. I don't think I have any makeup on, though. I don't know. I had to bath my horse earlier, and she looked great when I was done, and I looked like crap. And it started out that she looked like crap. So all of her purple and blue shampoo ended up all over me. So it ruined my clothes. That's what happens when you have a white horse.
Don't mind my silence. I'm like focusing here.
All right.
I'm just focusing.
Kind of dark. It's probably better since I don't have any makeup on.
When I'm running Skype and I'm on Hangouts, everything just slows down. There we go. There we go. Stop.
This reminds me of last night when I was actually trying to set it all up. Like, I don't understand why I got to set this up again. Like,
you have to do the exact same thing?
Not really. I just have to like reconfigure the window to make it look for the same window. Like, it's all like it got out of whack, and I don't know.
Okay, there you go, Bob from Globebusters.
Oh, I got somebody else. Yeah. Who do we have? We have one other person, it looks like, in here.
Gotta shut off my Skype now.
Maybe not. No, it's just me and Bling. Who's this like third thing right here? I don't know what I did right there. I don't know. Let's see what that is. I guess that's part of Wes's camera.
I don't see Wesley and you in here.
Yeah, that's part of Wes's. This is like the weirdest thing. Like, I don't know what happened here. Funny.
I don't know.
Ooh, I gotta get the chat. The chat.
But yeah, I've got to set up my green screen so I can join you in the Tesla, and then we can go into the space station and do some of our own experiments with some floating microphones.
Oh no, I can't wait to get that. I can't wait to figure out how to get that anti-gravity like stuff going on. When we figure out how to do this stuff, we're gonna have to have floating microphones.
Like I said, I have a green screen suit, so I have the whole suit.
Yeah.
We can do that. We can have a mystery person in the suit. Maybe I can get my husband to put it on. Wow, that would be hilarious. Since he's a total globe head.
Oh yeah.
We're all crazy.
I could see that. It would be hilarious.
I don't have Andrew here because he's the one that fits the suit perfectly because he's super tall. But he's in Atlanta, so that's not going to work.
Will he be here soon?
Unless I mail it to him and then he can set up his green screen and then you can add him in. That could work.
I thought he's coming soon. No?
It's so funny how this is like the biggest mess ever. Look at this backdrop now. It's like What is it doing? It's got all kinds of stuff happening on the little screens. I'm gonna have to like redo this one day or something. I don't understand exactly what's going on. If you're calling the number right now, we're not doing a call-in show. We're just gonna do a Google Hangout show. Let me try to figure out how to get that off. Everybody's hearing like Google thingy popping up. I got so many windows now. It's just a mess. It really is. I'm still getting used to it, guys. You know, I really am. But don't try to call in the phone number. We're going to do a Google Hangout stream. And I'm curious to know that if I fill up all these squares, I want to know how this is going to really look on the backdrop. Because this looks terrible right now. I'm not going to lie. It's a mess, man.
It is like the Brady Bunch, though, what you're trying to do there. That's
I am. I'm trying. It's like it's got the hang up button right here. I don't
Bob. Oh, my goodness, Bob. I already sent you a link, dude. He's like, Horry Sheets, send me a Skype link. I already sent him one.
Like Wesley, you have to be looking down at me, and then I have to be looking up at you, waving. You know,
I got you,
Brady
Bob.
Bunch, how they had the opening, like they're all looking at each other. And
Yeah. I'm looking for Glowbusters on my Skype. I can't find him on there. Bob, you got to send me a message if you can.
Okay, just Skype it to me at, Skype.
Oh, there he is. There you are. Oh, look.
Bob.
As long
Bob
as people,
is
I see. As long as people fill up the Google Hangout, then the squares will look okay. That's what I'm discovering right now. So, all right, everything's okay as long as everybody's here.
Yeah, Wes, I'm Xana, actually, short for Xana Dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just glanced at it and I thought it said Xena.
Close enough. I like Xena. Lucy Lawless was always pretty hot.
Who doesn't?
One of my faves.
Right?
I like Gabrielle. I like the sidekick. Bob, how you doing? Welcome, Bob. Welcome to the show. First time Bob from Glowbusters is on. How you doing?
Well, it's only fitting since you were on our show for the first time today, right?
That was true, huh? I didn't think about it.
I missed that too. Oh my god! I missed that.
Yeah.
Christine, you didn't watch the show today?
No, I said in the chat I had to go to the barn. I had to pay my board and I had to bath Tango, and I missed it the first time like ever that I missed.
Oh no!
So yeah, I told you I was going to listen to the playback because I won't ever miss the show. But yeah, I wasn't there live. It's disappointing. I didn't know Horry was on.
Well,
that's cool.
We'll let it slide. And we won't take your wrench away this time.
So you had like a call-in, or were you on the panel? Like, how did that work?
I called in. He had an actual call-in show today, believe it or not.
I would have called in too.
I know, right? I was like finger on the trigger, just like boom. I was waiting for it. I got through. I was excited.
That's a great idea. How did that work? How did it go down? Did you get a lot of different people calling in?
We got four different people total. We got Terry. Horry was the second, Mark was the third, and the guy didn't leave his name the fourth call. But they all went really well. And, honestly, I really had no idea what I was going to do for a show today. And in fact, didn't even put it together until like 2-3 hours beforehand. And I was telling Cammie, I'm like, God, I just don't even know what to do. And she goes, well, NASA is kind of... what did she say? What was the title of the show today? Anyway, NASA's kind of jumping the shark. That's what it was.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's it. Jumping the shark. So that's what I
did. NASA, I can't believe I missed all that. My favorite topic, my favorite people, and I wasn't there. I would have called in.
I hope you don't mind, Horry. I sent a link out to Subgenius.
Oh, I meant to get him. I was hoping somebody would get to him because he's not on my Skype. Thanks. Yeah, he called me while I was showing a 2-minute clip, and I was like, "Hey, I'm not doing the calls right now, but get on the Google Hangout." So yeah, go ahead, Subgenius, get in here. And I've heard of Subgenius a whole lot, but I don't know what he does for the Flat Earth community. Can somebody fill me in real quick before he hops on?
He does a lot of cool stuff. I mean, stuff that'll make your mind freaking go.
Yeah, he's been around for a while, quite a while.
I know the name. I know the name, but I don't really like. I try to keep up with like everybody, but there's so many people getting in on this activism.
Oh, yeah. He's been going on for a good more than Mark Sturgeon. He's been doing the Flat Earth thing since 2012.
Ooh, I'd love to have him on. I hope he gets on. He's gonna get on. Yeah, he should get on here.
You know who we need to get on here sometime for shits and giggles?
What's up?
A Math Powerland.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God.
You'll never get mad on. Never.
So,
ever.
Christine, did I ever tell you what happened the one and only time we had Math Powerland on Globebusters?
Oh God, I'd love to know.
Crazy show, but what happened?
We wound up taking that episode down. It's on private.
No. Did he start getting paranoid, or what happened?
Well, it was back in the day when Morgile was having some problems with him. Let's just put it that way. And he called in, and boy, him and Morgile went at it for 2 hours. And I'm just sitting there going, "Oh my God!" And I was still fairly new, to hosting Globebusters. And Jaren was sick that day, right? So it was just me and John, and we had this girl call in, and she was online, and there was this big dispute with something to do with Jeff Stewart and Matt Powerland and everybody. And so Matt Powerland calls in, and him and John just went at it for like 2 hours, and it was so bad that Jaron and I said we just got to pull this episode down.
Well, because John and Math Powerland were hashing it out over something. What was it
on the show? Yeah, well, it had something. I'd have to go back and think about it, but it had something to do with something that Jeff Stewart was involved in, and that you guys probably don't even know who Jeff Stewart is.
No,
but yeah, he's an interesting guy to say the least. But yeah, so we wound up taking that episode completely down. It's on private.
What a shame. But I think he would be an interesting character to have on a panel, and just let him go. Let him talk.
All right, there's Danny. Danny is here.
There he is. Hey, Dan.
Oh,
did somebody make it in?
Dan.
Oh, did you get here? Is that Subgenius? Is he in?
Yep,
there we go. All right, cool. Thanks, Victoria, Geocentric. Yeah, thanks for that. I guess you got the link. Somebody finally got him. Hey, how you doing, man? Say hello.
Yeah. Thanks, Wes, for hooking me up with the link.
No problem.
Yeah, I just cracked open my final beer, and I figured I'd enjoy that with you, Horry.
Got you. Cheers, brother, man. Cheers.
Look at his icon. Look at who he's with.
Is that who I think it is? Russell Brand?
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I had a Powerland on my hangout a couple of times with his lovely wife, who just had their lovely.
They had their baby finally.
Atlas.
Wow. Parents.
But they had the lovely what?
What's the baby's name?
Atlas.
They had a baby?
No way.
Atlas. No.
Atlas Powerland.
Yep. Atlas Neptune Powerland.
Oh Jesus.
Well, that's not really his last name though, right? Like his real
last it's Boylan actually. Boylan or something like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a prediction right now. That guy is going to decline any request I ever give him to be on this show. I just have a feeling.
I've been trying for 3 years, man.
I just have a feeling.
Why would he care?
Try. I gave them a nice baby gift. Let me try. I mean, I used to listen to them a lot.
You just gotta be nice.
But I felt like that. They're first parents, and I don't think they have a lot. So
they're actually going to be busy being parents for a while.
Oh yeah,
well, you got that right.
Yeah,
newborn.
Amazon.
You're not going to get any sleep for the next 3 months.
He don't know what the hell he's in for.
But they have on Amazon.
I say anything bad about him, just that he can't play that guitar. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh.
He's getting better. He's
getting better. Well, I'm not going to say anything. I like his activism. I like his picture or painting thing. But his paranoia kind of. I had to stop covering him because he's so damn paranoid. That's all. But
his comedy is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
That was great. But no, on Amazon they had a registry set up, and they weren't being like ridiculous with what their wants and needs were. It was very modest, and I was kind of impressed by that. Like they're fair. They weren't like wanting like items that were hundreds of dollars. So but I bought them one of the more expensive gifts, and I was like happy to do it. They're new parents. I thought she was one of the most beautiful looking pregnant women I've ever seen. Like crazy, you know.
All women are. They just glow when they're pregnant.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, they do.
Silly.
I mean, here's one of the things is one of the things is like, well, Math doesn't promote anybody's channel. He just doesn't. And I'm like, you're not a member.
He promotes a couple of people.
Does
a
he?
Few people.
Does he?
A few.
Okay, I stand corrected then. I'm happy to be.
He used to promote Flat Earth Asshole.
Not many, but a few.
Yeah, that
I just never seen him. I don't see him and Eric DeBay going out of their way to say, you know what, who else is good in the flat earth is yada 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 yada. I don't see them doing that. Maybe I missed it.
You know, it's better
you
for
can
us
see.
that Matt
Dubé made a call out video shouting out a lot of channels.
Did he?
Giving a bunch of shout outs to a bunch of channels. Actually, I think he might have shouted you out.
I hope so. I'll find that out because then I'll turn my.
You're calling Dubé out and he gave you a shout out there. But
I'm gonna look it up. Please let me know, man. Let me know because I will turn around.
I'm letting you know that I actually pretty sure that he did give. I was like, man, he gave Horry a shout out, not me, man. Fuck Eric.
Oh
I didn't
no!
get a shout out either, and he talks to me.
I don't slam him. I don't slam him or Matt Boylan. I just don't talk about them anymore because I have to reach out to them personally at this point to ask them like, why did you do this or that? Because I'm like, I have too much that I cover, and like once you kind of like, I don't say get on my bad side, or once I look at you like you're a show caller or you're just too crazy for me to talk to, I drop away. But I understand that Math is probably a targeted individual. So is maybe even
actually it gets to a certain point where you're just freaking targeted. So you
don't know I don't know who to trust anymore. I can get that. I mean, these targeted individuals are like schizophrenic almost. That's what we view them as because they're so freaked out and they start to talk about it and we're like, oh god, that person's crazy.
Well, yeah, you know what, Horry, the thing is, Horry, is once you're sectioned out by them, you know you made it in the flat earth community.
Well, there you go. You know what? They're soft ghosting me. I'll tell you that right now. Look at my channel, 2,400 subs. Look what I do. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I think I'm pretty good at what I do. But I'm not getting out there. There's a reason for that.
You missed right by me in 1 year, dude.
Yeah, welcome to the club, Horry.
Well, check it out.
You need more subs, and you deserve it. I don't know why you don't have way more subs. Like, it makes no sense to me at all.
Here's what I think's going on.
We talked about that the other day, but
yeah. And I'm okay with not having subs. Believe me, I'm not trying to win a popularity contest. That's not why I'm here.
No,
look at what I do, and the most part is I'm sharing like great news for all the flat earthers, and that's what this show is what I do for the flat earthers. And then I spend most of my time, probably more of my time, flat smacking the hell out of randos, and then that kind of should tell people that I'm not a shill, but they see that. And I think, look, when I post this show to Facebook, I'll post it to 15 groups. That's what I have, a little thing that posts it to all my groups, and then I click a button and I walk away. And when I come back, Facebook tells me, oh, we've reported this post as spam. And then I can click the button that says this is not spam. And then it says, oh, we've just immediately taken a look at it and we've reinstated it. But what does that do? It doesn't let it go in the algorithm properly. It doesn't share it as much as it should. But yeah, I have to do that to every 15 links I shared. And I could just, it doesn't matter.
That's a really smart idea, yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm dealing with. So I'm not even able to advertise myself unless I want to deal with it like that and go and unspam all my.
That's the thing. Here's the thing. When I advertise myself, I get a nice solid 10 to 20 to 30 views. But when I don't advertise myself, I get like 5 to 10. So but it depends on my slack of the day. So it's really nice that you can have the technological capabilities to just simply push the button and have 15 links shared. But I do all that crap manually myself.
I used to.
It's tedious, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tedious.
Oh yeah,
having to do it manually.
I used to have my little flat earth groups, and I have a notepad, and I used to click the share button, put the share to group tab, and that takes like 10 seconds per share, which, hey, spend 10 minutes on it, you can get it out to 20 groups. But I was getting jailed. If I sent it to 20 groups right now, I would be blocked from posting to any group on Facebook for a day.
That's weird. I've been blocked to groups and even for spam, but Yeah, never like that. Never like that. A group thing.
I was blocked for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time for what I.
Do you
what I
really
posted.
think that Facebook is the avenue? Like, seriously?
Yeah.
I don't see it that way.
Well, no, there's a whole bunch of new stuff coming out.
Facebook is really for most women are the highest percentage of people that actually use it. Men theoretically look at YouTube, but Facebook, I think it's mostly libtards that are on there as well.
Yeah. Bring back
And
MySpace.
Really close-minded people. I mean, I don't know about you, Bob, but if I post anything on my personal Facebook about Flat Earth, doesn't matter how great it is, I won't get a comment or a like, even from the Flat Earth community that are on my Facebook. It's a little disappointing at times. We
Bunch
need to
of
support
whips.
each other. We need to support each other. I don't think it's because they're afraid to come forward, because all their channels have a Flat Earth reference in them. Oh, Patricia will. I shouldn't say everyone. Patricia always supports my stuff, but it's like I don't want to put myself out there, if I can't get any Globers to even look at what I'm doing. In fact, on a video, whose video was it? It was so brilliantly done, and I just posted it to. Oh, it was from the conference. It was Rob Skiba's first day that his talk. It was so good. He did all these short little bullet points on what we believe as flat earthers. And it was like to my Canadian friends, because I am Canadian, so I have a lot of Canadians. Not one. I had an American guy post a bunch of rude stuff for, against me. Someone should be muted. I don't know who's making that West. Oh, it's you. You know better. Going. That's okay. You're sorry. Sorry, but that's another. Oh, Robbie's.
Yeah, I just got done sending out to Mark Sargent, Patricia Steer, Paul on the Plane, and Jaronism.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I was just for people in the YouTube audience that had no idea what Bling was just saying. I was like, I hit my mute button so that you guys couldn't hear me typing away, and everybody in the Google Hangout was like, "What? Who? What is that noise?" Sorry, guys. I just threw everybody on the panel for a loop.
They can't. Why can't they hear us?
Well, because if I see all the YouTube audience, they can hear what I'm pushing through to them, which is my microphone and my computer's audio. But you guys are hearing, even if I mute my microphone for them, you guys can still hear my microphone. So that's why you heard slamming my keyboard.
I was just wondering if the people on your live stream are hearing us.
Yes, they definitely do. But Bob, I got a question for you, Bob. Today you routed a call. You got a call from somebody, and they couldn't hear Jaron and John, and you were shooting that audio to your live stream. So how did you manage to do that audio routing? We may have to talk later to help me with that, but I'm curious.
Okay, well, I use a software called Virtual Audio Cable.
That's it. That's it. That's it. I know what you're talking about.
It's freaking awesome. And the only thing that I had wrong is I was on a hangout with somebody last week, and normally the way I have it rigged up, OBS has to be turned on. But I didn't want to use OBS or turn it on last time, so I changed the audio settings to go directly to my Realtek sound and microphone. And when you use virtual audio cable to route sound, everywhere, so that everything hears everything, you have to change it, the output of Google Voice, to go to virtual audio cable in and out. And virtual audio cable works beautifully. It's a little complicated, a little bit of a learning curve, but it works awesome.
That's what I thought. I thought it had to do with that type of software that reroutes audio. Like there's something else called like Banana something, right? It's a similar
virtual
thing.
audio cable better though.
Okay,
I think.
There you go.
Banana.
Thanks for that. I might need your help setting that up if I ever do want to do it, but I don't see myself getting that deep. I'm cool with just having a Google Hangout, and that's fine. If I got a phone call from, like, what you guys don't know in the audience is if I got a phone call right now from Google Gmail, and I took a call while doing the Hangout, none of my panel would be able to hear the caller. And none of my panel would be able to speak to the caller. But what Bob did today was route it with a special virtual audio thing, and he let that off. And then, yeah, that gets to be like technically like
Yeah, the cool thing about it, though, D, is my son, Jaron, wrote a little script where all I have to do is click this little batch file called setup, and it automatically routes all the audio. And then when I'm done using it, I just go revert, hit the revert batch file, and it takes everything back the way it was. So,
He's a
it's nice to have a
genius.
kid genius.
Well,
He
you
is
gotta
smart.
tell everyone how smart your son is. Like Cammy was telling me, and it kind of blew me away. Like writing like programs. Like how old was he? Like
He's
no, when he
he
wrote
just,
that first program. Like,
oh,
He's
he was
9
5.
years old.
No, he's 15 now. He was 5 when he wrote his first iPhone app.
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Or
that's
Android
like
app, excuse me.
insane.
Yeah, he became an Apple developer at like 7, and he's obviously in a school for highly gifted children and,
You think?
or kids, and
Yeah.
yeah, he's almost like a prodigy. And what's amazing is even though I've been in computers for a long time, I didn't teach him any of what he knows. He is entirely self-taught.
Oh, I feel so stupid now.
Dumbass parents.
I know.
Remember that
It is
the nameless guy, I won't say his name, but with the shooting, and he said his parents were dumbass. He had to show them how to send a text message through their iPhones in that one video. His parents were sitting right there, and he's like dumbass parents. Like,
Oh my God.
I would have kicked him out if that was my kid. Just be so disrespectful. But yeah, your son Bob looks smart. His pictures, and I saw him, I'm like, dang, that kid has that look in his face. Like he just looks super smart.
That's
so
awesome.
Yeah, he's so proud. Like that's just crazy.
He also wrote all the software for the Globebusters 24/7 feed, and it's so cool because it's completely automatic. If I want to add something into the 24/7 feed, I just open up my Discord app. Yes, that's right, Discord. I go into the Globebusters Discord, and he made a special group called Bot. Right, so all I had to do then is find the URL of the video I want to add. I type plus video, a space, and then paste in the URL. And at that point, it downloads it, automatically adds it to the list. It automatically makes the title header on the top, right? Because you notice if you ever watch our 24-hour feed, it'll show the channel name and then the video name. It does all that automatically, and just with a keystroke, it's that easy. Wow. So, and I know Paul is really interested in getting that software for his. And Paul, he'll give it to you anytime. It's really a simple little program, and it's so cool to be able to just control it through Discord. It's awesome.
That's amazing, man. That is amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
This self-taught kid. Like
yeah.
How
yeah, see, your son and my son would have got along really good because at 7 years old, he wrote his own video game platform as far as the storyline. And now today, I think you probably heard him on Mark's show. I had him call in one night, and he is going to school to build games, to do all the programming in games. And,
what school? Is he going to Full Sail or something?
What's that?
Is he going to like Full Sail or something? What school?
Oh, he's going to, you know what? I'm not even sure. I think next year he'll be going for his he already did his generals, and next year he's going to the IT. He has to go through an IT course, and I'm not really sure what the name of the school is.
I thought you were going to say he's building rockets.
No.
He's building. I'm like, as long as
he doesn't believe.
rockets.
He thinks his dad is totally off his rocker. The only reason why he called in to Mark's show was to talk about him making money at playing video games. Oh. That was it.
Has he not looked at all of the empirical evidence?
He won't even look at it.
Nope. Well, then that's sad.
Yeah, I know. Sad. Look, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's one area I'm lucky
at. Tie him to a chair.
Well, he's 20. He's almost 26 years old now. So.
Okay.
Yeah, probably take him.
A beautiful young stupid man.
Yeah. My Jaron, unfortunately, has been exposed to me doing Globebusters for the last 3 years. So started when he was 12, and he's pretty much on board being a flat earther. He sees everything about it. He's definitely a flat earther, I would say, and he knows It's great because even in the school that he's in, he just started 9th grade this year, and he's already in an early college. So when he gets out of this particular school, he'll already have an associate's degree in computer science, which would be pretty cool.
Isn't that crazy? He's like that kid Doogie. Remember that show?
Yeah, he is. He's kind of like Doogie Howser, MD. Yep.
That's your son.
Just Jack.
And it's just nice to have someone so intelligent that, especially if he would speak out about it at school, they'd have to take him seriously. He's just, because a lot of people, they think that flat earthers are just high school dropouts and we don't know anything. So that's why we think the earth is flat, because it's Occam's razor. It's simple, right? So they think, you're just because it's simple, they're not smart. But that's why I refer people to like your channel, because I'll say, well, Bob's an engineer.
And Mullen. Yeah, that's why I got into.
Brian.
Yeah, when I got into Brian Mullen. Oh.
I want to say hi, Horry, hi, Wes, and I believe that's Bob I hear.
Yes, it is.
I recognize that voice, because I've been listening to it for years.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
It's great radio.
How you doing, Just Jack?
Hi, in person. Hi, buddy.
Yes. All right. Nice to meet you. I've seen you on, I don't know, I think I've seen you on some Hangouts. I definitely
Probably mine. Not every week.
He's getting
Was
around.
that very recent?
I've been on Horry's, I've been on Weston's, I've been on Poncho Pete's, I've been around.
Okay, that explains it, because I definitely recognize you. So, awesome.
Yeah, he's on Poncho Pete's a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, my wife recently made a rule when she comes home from work that I have to pay attention to her, so she calls Flat Earth my other woman, so I gotta be careful.
Ain't it the
Put your
truth?
family first.
But keep Flat Earth as a mistress. Yes.
That's right.
One more spot open, waiting for Jaron.
Oh, let's get Jaron in. Bob, can you get Jaron in? That'd be awesome. I don't know what he's doing tonight.
I could try.
Yeah, try.
Tell him I already sent him the link in Skype.
Let me send him a text and see what he says here, if he responds.
I could just see Bob sitting there. Bob's like my age, and he's like, "Bitch, what up?"
I talk. Jaron and I talk all the time, obviously, but
he seems to be doing well. He seems to.
Yeah,
be
Bob,
doing
you
well,
were born in 1960, right?
Yep, November 6th, 1960.
Yep, that's what I thought. We're in the same month. Mine's November 28th.
Oh, not quite a Scorpio, but yeah, at least in November.
And I'm exactly the same age as Patricia.
6th of November.
Thanks for putting my face up there, Horry. I love the Flat Earth Bunch. Love it.
No problem.
I still want to see the Hollywood Squares, though. And we could call it.
Should we do the Hollywood? Do I have to make a different one for the Hollywood Squares? Oh, God. It was hard enough to do this one. Holy hell.
Yeah, and I'll try.
I figured out how to get it working though. Like, I was struggling with it for this broadcast, but I know what to do now. It just wants to work right when the squares are properly filled. So I have to hide all the squares until different people come in and fill them. Otherwise, it's going to show like a really random like part of the Google Hangout window. So now I got it. Now I got it. I got it, baby. Horry's a nerd. You guys don't know, but I mean, Horry spends all his time. I spent all my freaking time on a computer. I could sit in that one chair right there all day long. And I could just research Flat Earth or make stuff for my channel or spread the word. Or
don't do that. You're going to get a secretary ass and then you won't find any women.
I already have a secretary ass.
Oh. You got to do a little exercise,
I thought he was already. You're married, aren't you, D?
Hell to the no. I call her my wifey, but the wifey means no, we're not married. She's not my wife.
Oh, okay. I thought you were married because you called her your wifey. That's all right.
Bob.
He daddies the children.
That's it. Bob, I used to love this woman as much as I claimed to before, but now not so much. Different story.
Oh, okay. Well,
different story.
You
You got to be careful throwing around that wifey title because we have a thing called common law marriage in this country.
Oh, well, we don't have that in Arkansas, so I'm screwed. But I don't call her the wifey anymore.
Have the privilege of that.
I've downgraded her to a girlfriend, and I'm trying to figure out a different term to downgrade her to, like living partner.
Bitch.
That's best.
No, she's a roommate now.
You know, Horry, everybody in the chat is loving the idea. Somebody threw up Hollywood Flats, is what they're calling
Hollywood Flats. And
I'm gonna have to start practicing on learning how to do Paul Lynn and all the other people that used to be on there.
I know. Now, who's going to get center square though? That's the question.
It's supposed to be Horry.
Center Square is going to be the main window, the main talking window. Like, I don't know.
I mean, who spares a square?
I have to be the center square. I know all the voices.
Yeah, is Paul Lynn? Paul Lynn
I could do.
Right?
I could quickly do do David Weiss. I mean, he would absolutely need.
Who else is in the chat here? Flat Earth what?
Subgenius.
Oh, okay. Hey, Flat Earth Subgenius.
What's up, man?
You know, in the little preview, all I see is flat.
Yeah, that's lame. I don't like that. It's so annoying. There's 8 billion flat earthers, but when I first started, there was only literally a couple.
Yeah, right.
I wish there was 8 billion.
What are you talking about?
Dan, didn't you used to have a channel that was your name, or do you still have that?
Yeah, I did, but I don't know, I just kept changing it. But I finally found one that stuck.
No, okay. Because I remember the Dan, your original one.
Yeah, and that's when I was like before the Steers show, and I was like trying to figure out what I'm going to be called, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to be called. Flat Earth Sub. I was like, I became a Subgenius in 2015ish officially, so I'm like, I guess I'll just do FES and try to subvert the Flat Earth Society FES.
You know, I've always been curious about what exactly does that mean, the Subgenius Society. I'm clueless.
Oh man, it's a whole shit show rabbit hole that literally spans over 5 decades. It's insane.
And if you're not stoned, you ain't gonna get her.
It's honestly completely crazy, and it includes occult magic, the JFK assassination, Jack Parsons, rocket science, Aleister Crowley, Robert Anton Wilson, and etc., and so on and so forth. So, I mean, honestly, I think it's completely insane how far deep the Subgenius rabbit hole goes. And that was, I mean, but I just joined because I've just been reading a fan of the creator who just so happens to be Bob, and that's why I say praise Bob so much. And you never knew that until now.
Yeah, because I've seen you do that lots. I'm like, surely he doesn't mean me.
Yeah, I know. I tricked you all these years into believing it was you. But
right?
It gets confused a few other people I noticed, but it was funny how that worked. And no, it's just Bob is actually a co-creator of the Church of the Subgenius, and also the prophet J.R. Bob Dobbs, quote Bob, and he is the prophet of the Church of the Subgenius that is worshipped besides Jehovah One. And a few others, but yeah, those are the main ones, and those are the main deities in the Church of the Subgenius.
Wow. Okay.
So it gets a little strange. He's a salesman, human salesman that was visited by Jehovah One, and after he met L. Ron Hubbard. So we take everything from Scientology, Christianity, and all of the great religions and cults, wacky. And we combine it all with our cult, and we do ours, and we spread our wacky tales. And I shouldn't be telling you this stuff, but but since there's only a few people here, I don't care. And then it'll just go on from there, and that's how it rolls. Actually, and there's a new documentary that's going to be coming out here soon that it's going to be great. There's going to be a lot of celebrities that you wouldn't imagine that are still active today, that are still like what's his face, Stephen Colbert, Jon Stewart,
wow,
what's that one? Rachel Maddow, the guy from there's just Devo.
Oh wow,
Elmira, Pee Wee Herman, Robert Anton Wilson, Timothy Leary.
Wait, Elmira or Elvira?
Oh yeah, sorry, Elmira.
Like, I know who Elvira is. You can't miss that pair. I mean,
Bradley Noel of Sublime. Yeah, the list goes on and on and on. It's ridiculous, but I don't want to take over too much.
That's crazy. Okay, well now I know. Now I know where Praise Bob comes from.
Weird. I even met my own family members through the church, and I didn't even know them before.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, I met not in person yet, but I've met cousins that I have in Australia through Flat Earth. So you know, you just never know how to make those connections.
Pretty much the same thing. And oddly enough, the Church of the Subgenius has a saying that Bob is your uncle. And coincidentally enough, his uncle is his father, and his uncle is Bob, and that's my uncle.
Too weird. Wow, so it's like a first cousin?
Yeah. It's really random. I'm like, why haven't I known about him? Oh, well, we don't talk about him too much.
Wow.
So weird how families just divide and lie because of personal divisions and beliefs.
Yeah,
and
it
story.
is.
You know,
yeah,
whole families, wives and husbands, families completely divided from one another without meeting one another. Whole lives changed because you can't meet the families, and I think that's crazy.
I guess that's how it goes, huh? I mean, and then you got, you know, like for instance, me in 2018, I'm Xing my entire family away from me because like they're all just a bunch of sleeping globetard zombies and they have nothing to offer me intellectually. And I've tried, but they have, you know what? They thought of me as the outcast. A lot of my older, like my aunts, my uncles, all my cousins. Let me back up. My cousins, we were like this growing up as kids, and then something happened as we got into high school and college, and we started doing this, and now I became a flat earther, and it was like gone. Like they think I'm completely crazy.
So are any of them military or?
Yep, one of them was military, and he was the
religious?
One that. Nope, none of them religious. None of them too religious.
Atheist?
One of them, atheist. Cousin of mine is atheist. One of them. Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to get the distinctions down. Keep going,
no, it's fine. I have a couple of them. They have their own reasons why they want to look at me as like completely crazy. The army guy was like, "You're a conspiracy theorist. You're nuts." Another one's like, he's atheist. I don't know. The thing is, like, they looked at me, all my age cousins. They thought I was crazy. You know, this was probably around 2015 when I started believing in flat Earth and looking into conspiracies. So they X'd me off. But all of my aunts and uncles and the older generation, you know, they're my cousins' moms and dads, right? They
watching this again?
There's a season 3.
Feel free. I'm going to.
Oh, Jack, you're mute your mic, Jack.
From
Jack,
in here.
Jack, mute your mic, Jack. But so like,
yes, I'm here.
Mute your mic. Hold on, mute your mic.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
So I was like, so all my cousins were like, they think I'm crazy, but my aunts and uncles, they've been thinking I'm crazy for like a year or 2 years. But then when they started, like, I stopped talking to them 2 years ago, and it took that amount of time. It took 2 years for me to completely disappear from my family before they were like, "Oh,
man, I understand.
What's up with Horry?" I mean, they don't call me Horry, but they're like, "Well, where do you go?" And so now that they're looking, they're having to. I block them. I remove them from my Facebook. I don't just.
Wow, you blocked them? What?
Cold turkey their ass.
No, but hold on. Why did you block them? Because like,
all right,
even
so
I don't block my family.
I blocked some of my family, but I unfriended some. So some of the people that I just knew I didn't ever want to talk to, I blocked them. But some of them I just unfriended and left them in the dust. But those people are able to finally come back to me. So now here it is, like 2 years later, I'm not talking to anybody. They're like, yo, what's up with Horry? Like, where's he at? What's he doing? And then they find out from my mom. My mom turned flat earther. I think she's pretty much on board. But and she had to like go through this time period of like, yeah, he's doing his thing and I don't know. But then my mom started looking into my stuff and my mom's like, you know what? I'm on board. And then so her sisters are all asking her, what's up with your son? Why is he not calling me? I'm his aunt. And my mom's sitting there going, well, you just got to look at what he does. And so now I have my aunt actually called in to my show recently. And some of my mom's like personal friends that she would go out and meet have like called in or listened in. And it's like, so
that's a great, I love that.
They're all coming back now. They're like, okay, where did he go? Why did he drop us cold turkey? I just want to know what he's into. And then they watched my shows and they got flat smacked.
You'll appreciate this idea. I never did it once. I had it like 3 years ago and I never did it once. I'm like, you're basically talking about the idea I wanted, but you don't seem to have recorded it. So I'm basically going to give everyone the idea that I wanted, which was talk to and record your parents and family about flat Earth, and do it without their knowledge. Meaning record them without them knowing. So like put the camera in a place where you're always where they're always at in their chair or wherever. Pre-record it and set it up. So then press it and then go there, and then so they think it's natural, and it's going to be amazing. And that's really going to work. It's really going to open a lot of people's minds because it sees how you talk. It shows people how you talk to your parents. And so what you were just talking about, I have this whole new revelation that I've gone through and breakthrough, caterpillar to butterfly stage here, where, oh boy, I mean, I go through it weekly with my mom, particularly, and with my dad, but with my mom, where I feel bad. I'm like, am I that big of an asshole? Am I this big of to her? Like, am I? So then, like the other day, she's calling me a grump in the morning when I just wake up. And I'm like, yeah, I just woke up, please. And she's like, you need some coffee? I'm like, yeah, I'd like some, thank you. And then it's just, she keeps going. She keeps like calling me like a grump, and I'm like, Mom, like, what the hell? Like, I haven't even said anything to you. And I'm brushing my teeth, and I'm like, you know what, Mom? The reason I am a grump sometimes is that I'm not being a grump to you at all. Like, I'm just brushing my teeth. And my friends and my family, you've all discarded me over 5 years ago, nearly 10 years ago, and over 10 years ago at this point. And now that only a few of you talk to me, a couple actually, not even a few, a couple. And I said specifically asked you military because I have plenty of military family and friends. And I used to have my cousins who are Marines, and I saw, and he graduated, and now he graduated recently, and we don't speak now because he thinks he's superior with his globalism, but he was a flat earther. But he switched back to the globe side.
Oh, what?
And it's all strange, and we work out at the same gym.
Oh, goodness.
And the whole thing is just weird. And so I'm like, here's the thing though. I'm not being mean or grumpy, and I'm suppressing myself. Matter of fact, I'm only being 10% of how I could be. So that means that I'm literally being the opposite of grumpy, and I'm being nice, and then I'm suppressing myself for the benefit of your pathetic, sensitive emotions. And you can't take what I simply am going to say to you and and you're my family and my friends.
Yeah.
So if you're my own mother and if you can't take what your own child says to you, then man, nobody's gonna listen. No, and then that's where you said, I feel where you're at. You said, you know what? If even my own family and my friends ain't gonna listen to me, then I just gotta pave my own way, and that's just how it's gonna have to be.
Right, and my family, like what I didn't get to say a minute ago is that the older generation of my family, my cousins are still like, conspiracy theorist, you crazy, bleh, don't want nothing to do with you. Total zombified, totally going out to bars, totally going out drinking, into the party scene, into the distracted, TV. They're dumb. They're just retarded. I hate using that word. I don't like using that word. It's just ignorant. Okay. So you know what? That's that. But my older generation, the people that are almost twice my age, they've been here almost twice as long as me. They're finally like, hey, look, we've always looked at Horry as the black sheep. He's talking about energy healing. He's talking about out-of-body travel. They didn't know what to think about that. But as I started, like, for instance, one of my aunts had a knee pain. I talk about this on my energy healing shows a lot. One of my aunts, again, she has two sons, my cousins. One of them was in the military, and the other one was a year younger than me. The military guy was older than me. So they both look at me as like, you're crazy. You're just crazy. But the mom, my aunt, she had a knee pain. She fell in the street of New Orleans. She hurt her knee, and she had the city of New Orleans paying her money to get massage therapy on her knee, because she could have sued them and made a whole lot of money. She got a whole lot of money because the streets of New Orleans are terrible, and she would have won that. But they knew that. So they were like, instead of that, let's just help you fix your knee. And she's not trying to get money. She's not a money grubber type of person. So she's like, okay, yeah, whatever, just fix my knee. Help me. So she got tons of massage therapy on her knee, spent, the city's money on that, thousands of dollars, and she couldn't get it fixed. A year and a half later, wasn't fixed. So I come over and I do some energy healing on her knee. I was like, one night she's crying and limping and sits down outside in her patio, and she's like, oh, my knee hurts so bad. And I'm like, look, I'm tired of seeing this. I was over at her house. I was like, can I just try something on it? I mean, just let me try something. This is the stuff I've messed with in high school, and it works. So she's like, I don't care. It hurts so bad. Try whatever the hell you want. That night, I pulled her knee pain out, and it's still fixed. I didn't ever touch her. I mean, at the very end of it, I might have touched her for like half a second. But that's it. Like, I mean, I don't know what the hell this is, but it made her, word of mouth, start talking to the rest of the family. Guess what? Maybe Horry's not crazy after all, right? So now all my aunts are calling me or looking at my shows or calling me on my live streams, and they're trying to get back in touch with me. And I still don't really, it's not the same anymore. No, they dropped me like a sack of crap. And I was like, I'm going to leave y'all in the dust if you can't keep up. And once they dropped me, and I was like, nope, now they're trying to come back. And I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, I'll reconnect again. But I mean, you guys really have to trust me at this point. If you're going to reconnect with me, you gotta listen now, So that's where I am with them. And I got so much going on. I'm waking up people that are asleep. That's my main priority. Waking up, I'm chat-rouletting, younow.com, and waking up complete zombified people. And at some point, I can go back to my family and be like, okay, so now you guys see what I'm doing? Now you want to listen? Well, okay. That's where I'm at. That is ready. I'm ready to do that with my family now. But it took 2 years of cold turkeying all my people to get them to finally come back to me.
They'll never care. I mean, if you don't live for other people's, okay.
No,
don't live for. Yeah, don't do that. Trust me, man. I mean, I've done that before. It's just not good. It's not worth it. You just walk away from that.
No.
Isn't that weird? Like your own family and significant other partner. It's like you would expect your own family and partner to cheer you on, and help you out.
In a perfect world.
Why don't they do that? That confuses me. That's why I just turned 33 years old. Yeah.
Oh, same age. Cool.
Oh, nice.
But you got to remember, everyone wakes up in their own speed. And
That's true.
I think the more open-minded you are,
if they wake up,
easier it is to look at our research. But the biggest problem is that they won't look at the research. And that's why it's so difficult. Did anyone see the video? And I don't know the guy's channel, but he's got over 2 million subs. And he made a video about how he created like a fake person and he infiltrated a bunch of Facebook groups and laughing at all their comments. And then he made like a follow-up video about it. And now he's created a Facebook group to, again, mock us. So there actually is, I checked
Whoever
today.
it is, it sounds interesting. Who is it?
But actually I have I'll put the link in the chat because Karen.
Sounds like an interesting mother effort. Yeah.
Karen from Family United, she sent it to me this morning, and so I watched the videos, and it's actually really funny. Like I actually laughed pretty much through the whole thing, even though he was really, making fun of us. But I thought, this is actually a really good thing because it just, even if we could get 1% of the people that sub his channel to look into it, that's
Exactly.
20,000 people, so
They're so dumb. They can't stop it.
They can't all be closed-minded like this guy. Mind you, I'm sure like many people that have subs to that level, they're mostly 13-year-old kids, or younger. So, I mean, yeah, they could do the research and look into it, which would be great to have way more children involved. But are they going to do it? I don't know. I'm not really sure that age group, if they're interested. They like to watch gamers, and it's the guy's a gamer. And so we playing a game and, talks, and he was, talking about flat earth. And then he went ahead and made this video. I just have to find my message here on my, I don't know why I don't see it, but oh, here it is. Super funny. I'll drop the link. You guys can watch that. It's I made a comment, of course. I couldn't, control it. And then he made the second video. He called it "Angry Flat Earthers," and he used Mark Sargent's picture as his thumbnail. Not a nice, not a flattering. Not a flattering photo of Mark. Of course, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Mark's such a
Mad
meme.
as in the crazy sense, or mad as in angry?
But I thought it was just great for us. Like, I hope he makes more videos because it's just fantastic to have that many subs all watching this video. And yeah, they're all laughing, but how about those ones that will go, well, what are they going on about? Maybe I should look into it. And there you go. We have just, created more flat earthers. If
Yeah, there's nothing with bad, publicity. There is no bad publicity.
Well, you know what?
No, absolutely there isn't.
That dovetails into something I'd like to talk about right now. What about this Chris Monk guy? Chris Monk Selly.
I exposed him already.
Who's that? Who said that?
I already exposed him.
Oh, so like, yeah, I mean, this guy was like totally into making all the models, and he was all aboard with like, yep, it seems like Earth is flat. Yep, and all his Facebook posts and everything. Yep, Earth is flat. And then he's gonna go, what? Is he going back to the ball? Is he really?
He was, like a flat earther. Interesting inside story to him, D.
Oh, can you give us the gist of it, Bob? Because I didn't get to that yet, and I'm sure it's like a 2-hour-long video, maybe that I gotta watch.
Sure, I can. I don't mind talking about it. But
this guy, because yeah, what's up?
Okay, here's the deal with Chris Monk. We actually were expecting him to do this, and we were tipped off. I don't know, several months ago, by his ex-fiancée, and I won't mention her name. But if you know who he was engaged to, then you'll know that she is also a flat earther. And at one point, she was also, part of FE Core. But anyway, they wound up not getting married. And so we had gotten some inside information that, Chris was out to infiltrate FE Core and then try and use us and our resources for his own purposes, right? So we knew about this. I'm sorry?
Which was what? What is his own purposes? What was he trying to do?
Well, we're not exactly sure what that was, but I think because he heard of, as soon as we get the 501c3, we have some pretty elaborate, sponsors lined up, and he knew about them. But so I think he was kind of waiting, for the 501c3 to come through, which it will any day now, I would imagine, because we've been nearly at a year and we knew it was going to be about a year. But he told his fiancee that, he just wanted to get into FE Core so he could infiltrate us, use our resources, yada, yada, yada. And, and she actually produced proof of this. So we decided that we would just kind of watch him, very carefully. And then one day, a participant in another channel came to me and said that Chris Monk was on their show and he was acting really weird and talking like a baller and he was highly suspicious. So we started, I told him, I go, oh, so now it starts, right? And, ultimately it turns out that now Chris Monk has posted openly on Facebook that yes, indeed, he totally intentionally was meant to infiltrate FE Core and try and use our resources, yada, yada. So he's admitted to this, openly, right? So now the secret's out and all this stuff. But why? I don't know. I mean, other than he was, probably hoping to get a hold of a large chunk of grant money, from, one of our potential donors. And he had all these other projects that he wanted, to get financed. Well, like I said, we were waiting for it. And a lot of times, I mean, Chris is a smart guy, but he's also kind of a master at talking a bunch of BS. Very good at word salad because so many times we'd be in FE Core meetings and he would be talking about something and I'd be listening to him and go, that doesn't even make any sense. But, I didn't really pay much attention to it because Chris was often in his own world. But, I realize now in retrospect, he was just talking a bunch of word salad to try and sound smarter than he is. And I'm not saying he's dumb because he's not, but, he had this agenda the whole time. And, I believe at this point, he was never really a flat earther, even though, even to this day on the Globebusters 24/7 channel, we have a zillion videos with Chris Monk on the show, absolutely stating conclusively that he's a flat earther, right? Yeah. And now, of course, he denies all of it.
Right. That's what's so crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really weird dude. And not only that, he did an interview with Rodrigo Nunez, the guy that did the documentary, right? And, was all 100% flat earth and all that. And, with him. And, of course, now, like I said, he just denies all of it. But it was really not a surprise when he kind of cut back to the globe because, like I said, we were expecting it. And there you have it.
Wow. And was Chris Sully, was he?
Horry.
Go ahead.
Before you hold that thought.
Go ahead.
Now, it's going to get even weirder. So there's that, but now I'm going to go a little deeper before you go into it. So Chris Monk not only pretended to be a flat earther and then infiltrated the flat earth core to become a member there. So he infiltrated the flat earth, boom. He infiltrated the flat earth core, boom, become a member there. Not only that, he used the flat earth knowledge against it. Then he was also a subgenius. And then he used the subgenius material again. So not only was he infiltrated the subgenius, which is what IPS did, and IPS infiltrated the subgenius.
That's another bastard.
And infiltrated the flat Earth, and did the same exact thing that he did. So that's where that tie comes in.
Dude. Oh boy. Connecting the dots. Connecting the dots. I got some stuff on IPS that nobody knows right now. And all I know about IPS, I'm going to tell you all this right now. This is hashtag breaking news. Look at the giggles. IPS. Well, first of all, he threw me under the bus. I mean, I stuck my neck out for this guy, and when I was trying to heal the whatever the hell issue, he thinks that people from FE Core are death threatening him, sending him death threats. He even called out Karen B, of all people, saying Karen B personally sent him death threats. Come on. I thought the guy's smart, but you know what? No. The guy has the ability to record shit in his brain and regurgitate it. That's what I think a lot of these people can do. I can't. I'm lacking some kind of freaking vitamin or something, but I can't remember anything 20 hours ago. It's just gone. Unless I'm totally absorbed into it, I just can't pull up numbers and facts and stuff like some of these people. But the thing is, I stuck my neck out for people like IPS. And when I tried to heal some drama between him and FE Core, he wasn't having it. He was going to default back to his, I was talking to the FBI, and the FBI said I can't talk to FE Core. And I'm like, okay. But when all his people in his Discord started calling me a shill, me? And he was in there listening, and he wasn't coming to my defense at all. The only thing he said was, Horry's not a shill. He can't be a shill. Horry just donated $10 to my show last night. Like, that's it. I mean, that was cool. Yeah, give him a tiny bit. But he was letting this all happen in his Discord.
But he buckled under. He totally wimped out.
Yeah, he buckled under when like
spineless
4 or 5 other people were still dogging me. Spineless is the word. Thank you, Bob. And that's what I said. He's a coward. He's spineless. And so I stopped supporting him. But, you know, I don't know, man. Like, these people that I have, look, IPS, all of his minions that were attacking me, I don't know which ones have stayed and which ones have left. But what I heard about IPS is that all the people that were real close to him, they broke away and left IPS with only the people with a victim mentality. So all his like ninny babies, they stuck with him. You reap what you sow. So all the other people, they formed a whole new group and they're starting to like do more positive things. They left IPS in the dirt. He called me on my show 2 days ago, called in. I said, hey, how you doing? You're on the Horry Sheet Show. Who's this? He says, Ips. Let's just call me Ips. Oh, okay. Ips. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Let's go with it. And the whole time I'm scratching my head super hard, and I'm asking the chat. I'm like, is this IPS? And I'm like, this sounds like IPS. And all he wanted to do was talk Flat Earth, give Flat Earth props, and blah, blah, blah. I know, I'm not freaking stupid. I know your voice. Your voice is like unique, okay?
He said that we needed to call the agencies that have people who do field work and aerial work and stuff like that, and we need to ask them questions, and they don't have to be, you know, in the know without, you know, just introducing it to them so they can think about it, like how we can infiltrate all the different fields of science and stuff like that. That was his whole spiel. Go ahead.
Thanks for that, because I didn't remember a damn thing he said. Yeah. The whole time I was trying to figure out, is this IPS or not? I couldn't even focus on what he was trying to tell me.
Just a bunch of Subgenius material that he stole off of, saying stuff.
Good. Yeah, so yeah, he's copy and pasting his stuff. No, here's the thing. All his people left him. He's reaching out to people like me, and I'm like, nope, bro. And he's reaching out to people like Bro Sanchez right now. And I went to Bro Sanchez's video when he was on, and look, you go read the comment section. Just go read the comment section.
Does he think people are stupid, or what? Didn't he come out and say he was just trolling and he never was a flat earther?
All right, here's that. So I saw that, and I just about shit a brick, Bob. I was like, what? I'm like, I emailed him right away. I was like, dude, what the F was that about? And he goes, oh, yeah, that's just me trying to pull a little publicity stunt and try to get some money off of all the Globers that hate me. So now that if they think that I'm now a Glober and I've infiltrated the Flat Earth people, they will buy my book. All right? So he put out a book talking about why he's a Flat Earth infiltrator, and he's expecting money from all the
that's what he planned. That's what he planned for years, because that's what the Subgenius material told him to do. So he's been planning this for years, dude, and he did exactly what he planned on doing.
So everybody needs to go unsub from Infinite Plane Society.
Does he even have a channel anymore? I haven't seen.
Oh, yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yes,
all of his main channels have been taken down, and he made backups, and even his backups have been taken down. And so now he has backups for his backups, but now he is on like channels that you have to subscribe and pay money to, and get Patreons and Twitch accounts, and so you have to give him money to be a part of this community now.
He thinks we're stupid. He really does.
Yeah, totally. Well, you know, when he and I really had a problem is when he started calling Karen B, you know, calling her out, saying she was issuing death threats.
Yeah.
And that drew the line for me. It's like, okay, bud, now we have a problem.
I'm very protective about my Flat Earth family, and especially the women in Flat Earth that I know are legit. And Karen B, I'm going to go to the bat for Karen B because I look at what she does. She's on the front lines. I respect the hell out of what she does for her work she does with the FE Corps. And no, when he wasn't taking up for me in his own Discord, I was like, I got banned from his Discord because people were attacking me, telling me, "Oh, Horry," because listen, IPS was just he was just exposing the Rick Hummer Roland Ready thing. Okay, now
yeah, right, exposing it
like it was a malicious thing, right? Now, okay, let me play devil's advocate even right now, Bob, okay, because that's who I am. All right. At the time, I was rubbing elbows with IPS. We were cool. He found this groundbreaking information, right, this breaking news, and he was right. Rick Hummer was rolling ready. All right, so I was like, and but anyway, he thought that it was a malicious thing going on, and he felt so butthurt about not being involved. And I'm like, well, listen, okay, it was like an hour and a half long broadcast. I would listen to all his evidence, and I was like, okay, here I am. Let me do a gut check. First of all, DITRH and Bob from Globebusters, they both claim, you guys both claim that you had no idea that Rick Hummer was rolling ready. And IPS couldn't believe that, but I felt like that was true. I just felt like if it's true, which I kind of feel like all the evidence IPS did provide was true, and then I had to look at, well, did Bob know? Was he on the in? And was David Weiss on the in? No!
A lot of conspiracy. A lot of conspiracy and paranoia.
No, I had no idea.
Bob had no idea.
Rick and I are both on the board of directors of FE Corps.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Bob, that's it. Bob had no clue Rick Hummer was rolling ready. And you guys are in FE Corps. So that's that's honestly what threw IPS for a loop. He thought you all were in on it and all were lying.
Exactly.
So I kind of was like, this is interesting. But what made me like have a problem with IPS and how he went about it was because he started just infiltrating all of the live streams and trying to just blow it up and expose it. And I'm like, that sucks. But when I found out that he was then going to go after Karen B about death threats, but Karen B was not sending him death threats. He's got a whole lot of people harassing him, IPS. And so whoever's harassing him was just posing as FE Corps. Duh.
Yeah, Karen B doesn't need to death threat anybody. She got a good scope. All right,
she's got more shit going on.
Listen. I'm reading the panel. Or sorry, I'm reading the chat room, and technically, I'm reading the panel, and I'm listening to the panel, and I'm reading the chat room. And listen, Bob is filling Horry and the listeners in. I'm filling Bob and Horry and listeners in. The chat room is trying to figure what out we're talking about, and they're thinking IPS is several people that he's not. They're thinking MGTV is several people that he's not. That's the thing. You don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not well researched enough. So you're listening to all of us, and you're thinking it's one big conglomerate. It's not. You don't know what's going on. So you gotta slow down.
Hey,
Horry, talk about the tattoo.
Oh, yes, I will. Thank you. I'll get right to that. But I want to address Dirty Gringo in the chat. Thank you for bringing that up, Subgenius. Dirty Gringo says, and what I remember, the Horry Sheet Show seemed to be a second man to IPS. No offense taken, brother man, because what we just said is that you got to really freaking look into this. You have to live Flat Earth. You have to look into everything. And if you want to, because look, man, it must be real easy to fool people on the internet if you have a game plan. I mean, and these people just kind of, I don't know, IPS seems to have fooled a lot of people into thinking that he was doing a worthy cause, but all he's doing is like copy and pasting information from the Subgenius Society or Subgenius info group database, whatever. He just copied and pasted a whole lot of stuff about Babylonian history, and he put his notes together. He had a good little structure going. Good for him. Good for him. And we all bought into it. I did too. But good for him. But guess what? The tattoo. Here's a little bit of something you might want to know. And you know what, IPS? Screw you, homie. I'm going to give it up. Yep. I know a little certain somebody who I regard as a very good friend that just so happened to get close enough to IPS to see him take off his shirt. And this person noticed, what was it about, a very, very Luciferian design on his chest, a tattoo. So, Luciferianism and IPS go hand in hand. They're like this. Guess who else? Because I'm going to throw your ass under the bus too, Del. And I got good reason to. Del, Beyond the Imaginary Curve, Baphomet stuff all over his back wall in his previous videos. I don't know why. Well,
he's got the tattoos also.
Doesn't he?
A poster child.
Doesn't he?
Oh my
Okay.
God. He looks like
All
a
right.
poster child for the Church of Satan.
My memory wasn't up to
so
par.
much Illuminati stuff on the
Arms
on his
and
body.
yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Bob.
but I think that was his old life, Bob. I think
Well, I
he's
don't know.
coming around to like at least a creator.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, please don't hold tattoos against people, because look, I covered myself with ink when I was like 20, and I regret every dot on my body. So I can't think that we should hold tattoos against people.
No, not at all. In
IPS
fact, Karen B's
make the Church of the Subgenius jealous at this point with the amount of 666 work, what's going on there. But keep going.
Yeah, and Karen B also has a lot of tattoos, so that's not the issue. And frankly, I don't even, I have nothing against Dell at all, but how can you not notice all those tattoos and go, holy crap, Batman?
Bob, Bob, let me give you a reason to suspect something's wrong with Dell. And I'm not trying to change anybody's mind, but I would like to repeat this story very briefly. Long story short, all right, dude, you guys know me. I used to do videos and I used to promote channels when I wasn't doing live stream. I was just doing pre-recorded stuff that was a bit higher quality than what I'm doing now, because it's just, I'm able to do some bit more, fine-tuned around the edges stuff. Yeah, you remember my old digest before it was live. So I used to talk about people like Dale. I highlighted him several times. Well, I wanted to, now that I'm doing live streams, I got a little bit more popular, and I wanted to go to his chat and say, hi, Dale, give you props, man, kudos. He was hosting a live stream open panel discussion. Anybody could join. And I was like, yeah, I went in on that. I want to go and give him kudos, right? That was my only goal. And I also talk about what the hell I do, because it's a thing. It's not to like I plug myself to give myself some sort of advertisement, because I don't really care about that. I like the fact that I know I'm entertaining to flat earthers. So me plugging it is like, people, if they go to the plug, they're going to be like, oh, I'm so freaking glad I did it. I'm not selling shit, but the thing is, I went to Dell, and I was just going to give him props. And I went there, and guess what? I got pre-screened by his admins. I got pre-screened. And first of all, when I went in there, a whole bunch of people was like, hey, Horry Sheet Show's in here. And they were telling me hi. I mean, I was like, hey, I must have had to type, to 30 different people. It was really a whole lot of people. He had 350 people that said, that were in his chat, and about 30 of them said hi to me. So when I got in there, I had to split my message into like 2 messages. You know how it cuts you off? So I told 15 people hi on one message and the other 15 people hi on the other, just to be cordial. Well, I got blocked. I got timed out from his mods. And it wasn't like I sent messages back to back. And so what if I did? But anyway, I felt something was up. So I went to another screen name and I asked the mods, hey, why am I blocked? I mean, what happened? Got blocked again. Okay. Well, now I want to know what's up. And Horry's a nerd, and I'm going to get there. I went to a third account. I got on the panel. Long story short, finagled my way and fooled his stupid admins and got on the panel. And but I was pre-screened. I wasn't in the mainstream panel. I was in like this almost there panel. and it was his two mods that were screening me, and they were like, "Hey, well, of course it's me, you know, in the as soon as his mods see me, I'm like this right here. I'm like, hi. So I'm like, yes, it's me. It is the Horry Sheet Show. I want to know why the hell you guys are blocking me and banning me and timing me out. I just want to say hi to Dell, give him kudos for his university flatsmackings and street Earth activism. Like, come on, what the hell's going on? Why you guys hate me so much? And you know what I got? Both of their mods were like, who's sponsoring you? How much money are you getting? Who's paying you? Why? Why? Because I do this? Okay, well, you know, I don't blame you. I have a freaking brain, and I went to YouTube, and I downloaded software, and I learned how to do this. I'm sorry if I have one of these and I put it to use. But I'm putting it to use to do what I do. So why do you hate me? Because you think I'm being paid for it? Tell me again.
Of course, you got a full studio there.
Tell me again what I'm doing wrong. All right. So anyway, these guys, they didn't get it. So that, you know what, Dell is all about stroking his ego. You just stroking his ego. Screw that guy, bro. Screw that guy. You know, I'm sorry, but after that, I don't know what the hell he's in Flat Earth for. And the Baphomet tattoos, let's see. Yeah, I wonder if IPS is going to connect with Dell. If that happens, my job is done.
You know, I got to make a comment about, you know, whoever told you about the IPS tattoo, and you know, and I might be wrong about this, but there was one point where IPS was going through this feud with either Flat Earth Reset or MGTV, and they were accusing him of being a transgender. And there was one show when he literally took his shirt off and was showing his abs and his pecs and all that stuff. And honestly, I don't recall seeing any tattoo.
Who? IPS did that?
Yeah, he actually did, because he was trying to prove that he was a guy.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, whatever.
I don't know where the tattoo was, but I thought it was on the chest. I will find out, and I'll get that answer back to you in Skype.
Yeah, and I wish I could remember what show. Well, it was one of his hangouts, which I'm sure has been long since deleted. But yeah, I just thought it was really bizarre that, you know, he's stripping down, basically, you know.
Well, I mean, if there was a video with him taking his shirt off and there was no tattoo, and now he does have a tattoo, the highly suspect.
He focused more lower than on the chest, so that's the problem. That's what I got. He focused lower down on the camera at that moment. It was, I guess, higher up on the chest. That's what we know. That's from the source.
Yeah, but he could have got it after the fact, and that would make it even worse, considering that he's Flat Earth. So, not good, not cool.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you're wrong at all, Horry. I'm just saying that I distinctly remember that video, because I thought it was like, okay, you know, really, IPS, you really feel the need that you've got to show your physique to prove that you're not a woman. It's like anybody that even listens to those, it has to be brain dead. You know, it's like Patricia Steer, for example. I met her on 2 occasions, and you know, in Canada, I'm sitting right next to her. I'm looking at her. I mean, the woman is absolutely beautiful. She's gorgeous.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And she's even prettier in person than she is, you know, on Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. And I'm just sitting there going, who is delusional enough to think that Patricia was ever a man? I mean, that's
not only that, she's so petite,
insane,
so tiny.
Yeah, she is.
I wish I was 3 years older, so I maybe could try to take some flirts at her.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean,
I just wish I was a little bit older, just a little.
Why, Horry? That's silly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Men do it all the time. There is no problem with that.
Have no issues with age differences whatsoever.
Oh, guys. Well,
but
you know,
be clear,
legal,
like we're not knocking tattoos here. Like I've got ink right up my arm.
No, I'm not saying that, but like you said, you know, some tattoos we get, and then when we come to Flat Earth, you know, oops, you know, it's a little too late. But
do you have a globe tattoo, Just Jack?
Oh no! Oh my gosh, that would be so bad. I mean, I was big into like that kind of sci-fi stuff too, man. But thankfully, no.
No, he's got a tattoo of Buzz Aldrin.
No, I just got some like random. I got some random like tribal stuff. But you know what? what I'm wondering is like, you know, are they going to come after me saying that I'm a tranny as well? Like I'm a chick who got a bunch of face plugs or what?
You never know. And, you know, Cammy
They might.
Jack, you would be
she's
the
been
most
accused of being a man, and I was a woman. And it's like, wow, that's bizarre. Tell our kids that.
Jesus,
you know?
tell our kids that. Hey guys, well, I want to keep it to about a 10 more minute show because it's going to hit the 3 hours in 10 minutes. But I'm loving this. Let's try to wrap it in 10 minutes. But dude, that's hilarious. Yeah, tell your kids that. Holy crap! If you're a woman, Bob or just Jack, you are the most unattractive women. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you.
I'm
right
a butt ugly woman. I know.
Butt ugly woman.
You would be a really big woman.
Well, I am a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
My husband always says that.
Me and
Does
you too.
anyone have any
Les?
Flat Earth Inc. though? Like I'm actually thinking about getting Flat Earth Inc. Like I'm just trying to figure out like what it would be, but I definitely
I'm against tattoos, so you can't ask me.
You know, I'm that committed that I would do it.
Well, don't tattoo Flurfer on yourself.
Just live it, man.
Yeah, anything but Flurfer.
Don't tattoo it, just live it.
Yeah, I'm not getting any Feppy penguin or anything like that. But I'd love some ideas of something really creative. You know, I don't want like a flat disc thing, you know, since we don't really know for sure what we're dealing with. I would like something else that we do know.
Get a turtle riding on a globe.
Poopy Pants 69.
That's cute, actually.
Poopy Pants in the chat. If Patty is a man, I'd still plow him. I'd have to second that. I don't know what else to say.
Oh, come on, guys.
Oh, God. No, Patricia is not a man, ladies and gentlemen.
I think that would...
Goodness grief, man.
She's a lady.
She is a beautiful...
She's a lady.
And you know what? The only problem with Patricia Steer, I'm going to come out. You ready for this? The whole panel, the chat room, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to expose this. This is the biggest thing with Patricia Steer. You ready for this? Patricia Steer, ladies and gentlemen, she must be hiding the fountain of youth because she's so beautiful.
Yeah, right? I know.
She is. She just is. She's aging so well.
Diet and lifestyle.
Yeah, she's like only
diet and lifestyle.
She's 2 years younger than Bob and I.
Maybe it's genetics. You know, maybe it's some genetics in there. I believe that more than really anything else. And I think she's never done tanning and ruined her skin with any tanning.
That makes it true too.
Well, she's always wearing those big hats in the sunshine.
She's
and
so
everything.
fair, you know, and she's
She
fair
would,
like
she would
that.
burn like crazy. Horry, you know, you are the Johnny Carson of Flat Earth. I swear to God.
And just so you know, you guys, I was just joking when I made that comment earlier. Like I plow Patricia Steer. That's just a joke. She's just
It
really
just sounds
pretty.
so crass to say that about.
I know she's so classy. She's too classy for me to say that. So I apologize. You know, but it's just goes on the whole thing of like, no, she's freaking not a man. She's really pretty. Come on. And you know what? Somebody tried to. Who was it that got in that room and was like, oh, if you zoom in and she's got like makeup like face like crap that's making her look like a woman.
I've seen her without makeup plenty of times.
Come on, man.
Yeah, even without, she's even done a couple shows without makeup.
Oh, but it was Sleeping Warrior that pointed it out. That's where I got this from. Sleeping Warrior's channel pointed it out, and he was like, "Look, I'm gonna show you." He zoomed in on like one of his like real high definition selfies that he finally took with her at a hangout, and he zoomed way in.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing on her face, people. You're freaking delusional. Yeah, but that's Antonio Subrax,
You're
like you
talking
said.
about during the Flat Earth debate.
Oh yeah, it
They
might
were
have been.
talking in the Flat Earth debate, yeah.
It's just a stupid thing. I just stop talking about it. Like, Jesus.
Adam in the chat. Yeah, okay. Patricia has admitted in the past to be using Botox, so she's not hiding that. You know, she has done it. She hasn't done it in a while, but she did admit to it on her show that she has done filler or Botox. So it's,
Even though she didn't need to. She didn't need to admit that. I mean, personal stuff.
No, it's none of anyone's business. But I mean, it's so common for women to do these things that it's, you know, I think it's going to become even more common because this generation now are all about their looks. They're very vain. All they do is take selfies And they'll see once
They call them the I generation.
Once they start, the lines start showing up and everything else, they're going to be like really freaking out over it.
Even look at Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons had a facelift.
Sure,
And,
him and his wife, they both did.
You can't tell. He still looks.
I saw that episode.
They're not going to have to worry about Botox though, because they're already downloading your consciousness and putting it into a new body.
Yeah.
Whatever the case, I'm gonna have to fix my quote-unquote secretary ass, like Blink said. So maybe there's a little Botox I can get, and maybe a little better off. But
you could get a butt implant. It's no problem.
So I can
They
take
do that now.
What do I? Well, usually they take a little bit of fat from one part of your body and stick it on the other. But I got nothing. I'm gonna have to have somebody else's body on my butt.
Like Horry weighs what is it? Or maybe you don't want me to say. I won't say.
Oh God!
I know what you weigh.
They have false bottom shorts.
I'm 100.
With a pap.
What you said? Pap smear? What? I didn't hear what you said.
No, I said they have shorts that have the butt implant already in them. You just put the shorts on and it gives you extra butt.
That's right. I could do
Extra
that.
padding.
But
for people that can't afford butt implants.
Now we're talking about
They need,
butt
they,
implants.
they need to take my fat and just throw it away.
Well, like Blink said, Blink's like, I don't think you want to tell people how much you weigh. Well, I'm gonna tell people I don't care. I'm short as hell. I'm like, so just so you know, I'm like 5'3".
Shocking.
I'm 5'3".
It's hard to believe, right?
I'm 5'3".
Shut up.
5'3".
Horry, stand up because you do not look short. Like you look like a tall guy. So
but he needs something for reference. He built this studio around his height,
Yeah, you
so
can't
you wouldn't be able
reference
to
it.
tell.
You can't reference it. I'm 5'3".
Yeah, you look like you're 6'7".
Doesn't he
He's
look like
got
he's
his
60?
camera on the floor, people.
yeah, that's it, Wes. Yeah, I'm 5'3" and 108 pounds. I'm like, if it's a 30, 40 miles per hour wind, I'm like,
Wow.
Wow.
You still look like David.
I was talking to Robbie Davidson a little while
Look
ago.
like David Copperfield.
I've got
You're
that
right.
before.
At the cross of Chris Angel in there.
When I got the long hair, I look like Chris Angel. Then I got Robbie. I got that guy who we were just talking about.
David Copperfield.
David Copperfield and Robbie Dangerfield. No, but then when I got the long hair and the mustache. When I got the mustache and the long hair, then I look like Jack Morgan with the whiskey. Isn't it Jack Morgan? I don't drink it. Is it Jack? I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm probably saying an idiot.
Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan. Thank you. Please, thank you for saving me.
Jack
Daniels or
Jack. You see what I did there? I'm an idiot.
Captain Morgan. Jack Morgan.
But no.
Sparrow.
Wow, that was great.
Yeah, I get that sometimes. Sometimes I look like Captain Jack Sparrow and Russell Brand.
This is about the time I should end the live stream. No, but for real though, we got about 2 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and close out here. But you know what? I was talking to Robbie Davidson, and he told me how tall he was, and I'm like, dude, if I ever go to the conference with Robbie, and we stand next to each other, it's gonna be like a joke. If people are gonna want to take pictures, I'm gonna look like a midget.
I think Robbie's also 108 pounds.
Robbie makes me look short.
He's super.
He is so skinny, that guy.
He told me how tall he was. He was like 6'10" or something, and I'm like, dude, if I'm 5'3",
groceries.
But the thing is, I'm gonna be like way down here, and he's gonna be way up here, and it's just gonna be a fun freaking picture to take with Robbie. I'll tell you, this would be fun because I don't care, man. I'm awesome in my own way, and so is everybody else, no matter how tall you are, how short you are, how big you are, how small you are. You're awesome and beautiful, especially if you're spreading the flat earth truth and spreading the good word, man. So,
are you coming to Denver, D?
FYI, I'm going to the conference, but my wife is making me fly. She will not let me drive because it costs too much money. Just letting y'all know, I am going for sure.
Cool.
Well, on that note, Bob, you know what? When I was talking to Robbie, I talked to Robbie Davidson last night on Skype for at least an hour. We had a really cool conversation, and we were going to be together doing some video commercials and transitions. I'm going to help him with all the transitions that he's going to use for his next live stream when he starts to do live stuff. So I'm going to help him with some video stuff, and he totally said that, hey man, we really, really want to do whatever we can to help you get to the conference. He's going to totally comp my tickets if I can get there, And I think around the time of the conference, I'm gonna attempt to reach out to the community to help me get my ass there. I don't like, if you don't know me and my situation, it's so grim, it's stupid. I don't have a car. I don't even have an active license, and I'm working on the license thing. I'll have that in a few weeks, but yeah, I don't have really a car either. So I'm like, I would totally take that as a personal journey in my life and say, you know what? Yeah. Let me
the first one to take the car journey.
No, not the car journey. I'm not talking about renting a car. I mean, I guess I could rent a car. Maybe that would be a lot easier.
Oh no, having a car and then taking a journey.
What? I've done that before. I mean, I've lived in my car for a while.
I know, me too. But yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm not trying to take anything away, but Flat Earth asshole tried to take the first trip across America, and he got donations from his fans, and hey, I did no experiments along the way, but hey, I changed my name to Globe Earth Asshole and Flat Earth Asshole here. But anyway, yeah, so it's just
okay, Dan, you do that too well, buddy. I'm scared now.
If you go,
way too
and
much
I'll
time.
go. If you go to the conference, then I'll go for sure, and then you can stay in the room with me.
I'm down.
You can just stay in my room. You don't have to pay anything else. You can just stay with me.
It's gonna be a situation
2 beds,
where
guys. 2 beds.
Thanks for clarifying. Dang.
Yeah.
Fire up the rumor mill.
Fire up the rumor mill. No, but you know what? The thing is, like, I won't have a car. So if I do it, it would be like I get a Greyhound bus or catch a train, and then maybe I intersect somebody that's going there or whatever. Robbie convinced me that I need to go. He's totally like, dude, you got to come. You got to come. I got your ticket. You got to come. You got to come. So I'm like, I guess enough time. Okay, so let me figure out what it's going to take for me to get there, what the cheapest, most safest route is, and then I'll most likely hold.
Where are you?
I'm in Arkansas.
You're in Arkansas. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think it's too far away from Denver, right? I mean, it's only an 8-hour drive.
Or you just got to get yourself
6
on
hours?
a plane. He doesn't really like to fly.
$100 round trip.
Is it? No, I'm most likely gonna go. Okay, and when I get there, though,
what's your closest airport, D?
I don't know. I really don't.
Well, what city do you
go
live
to
in?
the closest big airport?
I live an hour from Jonesboro, which is a big city in Arkansas. So
okay. Sorry.
I don't know where I am. I don't.
Check it out, man.
Well, you know what? The thing is, I'm gonna try to make it, but if I make it, we all have to agree to go somewhere. Whether it's a beach or outside, there's no beaches in Denver, but there has to be somewhere. There has to be somewhere that I can go to.
Go to the Denver beach.
I know. I didn't mean to say a beach. I meant to say like something, some outside area where we could just hang out. Because I'm such an awkward person. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I'm not cool around social groups. Like, this is me in my element because I'm by myself and I'm in my element and I'm entertaining. So I have to, if I'm gonna go outside, I don't feel comfortable.
Just put a beer in your hand, you'll be fine.
Well, if I get drunk, I'm okay. I could just be fine. But I think I'm gonna bring my glow sticks. And I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna have some fun. I hope we get to flat smack people somewhere, and I could draw a crowd with the glow sticks, and then we can all flat smack them. That's kind of like a secret goal. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
That'd be fun. But I'm serious. If you commit, I'll go.
Wes, thanks for giving me a link, and Bob, nice talking with you, and other people on the panel. It was awesome talking with you. And
Jack.
Yeah, I have a lot more to unravel there, and it was cool to talk with Bob and Horry to finally unmask some of the confusion and dispel some of the mysteries. But it does go much deeper than what we talked about, and it's absolutely ridiculous, if beyond your comprehension sometimes, and even my own. And so I just wanted to throw that out there, and appreciate that. And I'll talk to you soon, Horry. Peace,
hey, man. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for bringing your insight, brother, man. Take care.
Bye.
So
Danny's.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here in a second. But yeah, I do plan on coming. I'm gonna make some plans to get to that conference, and I'm gonna, you know, I have to be like entertaining. That's just me. That's just me. So I have to figure out a way to do that and help just make it a fun environment if I'm there. But yeah, I'm doing that. So I'll see y'all there. And yeah, if anybody wants to wrap it up, if you got anything you want to say, now's the time. If you got something on your channel that's coming up or something you want to do, open floor. Go ahead, guys. We'll wrap it up.
No, I'm good. I just did my show, so.
Yeah, I just did mine too, so I'm good for a while.
Yeah, there you go. Bling, what about you, Bling?
Damn.
Just I do have a really super video.
Way by people. I always go up against them. Always lose.
Oh well, stick with it, Wes. By the way, people. It's a $205.
What'd you have today? Like 900 people in there today?
Over.
We had over 1,000.
Over 1,000.
1,020, something like that.
That's usually get about 1,000 people. That's a regular.
Well, actually, that's low for the main channel. We've had as high as we've almost hit 2,000 viewers.
Man, when it got up to 900, I figured, you know what? Screw this. I'm just gonna go do my show.
So D, round trip from Memphis to Denver, $205.
Ooh, check out what it is.
That's easy. I could do that. Yeah, I could totally do that.
Yeah,
then.
it's 300 for me, and I'm all the way on the East Coast, so.
I'm coming then.
For sure, don't bail out on me because I'm gonna book my stuff then. You know, you're for sure gonna go.
Well, you know what? We'll be in cahoots because I don't mind sharing a hotel with you, and I'll go halvesies on you.
Yeah,
so.
I bet you don't.
Guys.
My son's
She's
age.
a flat Earth mom. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
remember,
I really see him like one of my kids.
Doesn't mean nothing, bling bling. Age means nothing. Remember?
No, but to me, like I definitely look at him like he's one of my sons.
I know, Christine. Tammy's the same way, Christine. She's adopted half the flat Earth community as our kids.
Oh, look at that! Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah.
I
No,
can't wait to meet all you guys.
when Patricia came out and I had her on my show for the first time with Mark, and I thought, all right, a gal that's around my age, she's gorgeous. Oh, I'm going to try hitting on her. And first thing she sees me, she goes, "Oh my God, Wes, you look just like my grandfather." Okay.
Oh, geez.
Good idea.
Shut that down.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, what is the adoption thing?
I'm
what's
sorry.
The what's the cutoff age for the 40? But I'd still like you to adopt me.
Well, it's hard telling. Like I said, Cammy's already adopted half the community, so you know what's one more, right?
That's why she hasn't adopted me. Now I understand. She's got her full house. Oh,
She hasn't adopted you yet.
Oh, I could see that.
She hasn't met you yet, Horry. Give her a second.
How is she doing? How's she doing with her eye, man? I was really worried. I did some Reiki, and I didn't tell her, but I asked her higher spirits, and if it was allowed, then it reached her. But I didn't even want to tell her I was doing it. But how did that go? How's she doing?
All right. This is the cool thing. So whatever you did, Horry, must have worked because not only is her eye recovering, it's looking beautiful. But before that the retina broke in that eye, she very seldom ever had use of it, and it's something from her childhood. And so she, most of the time, her brain just shut that eye down, and she was never really able to see out of it very well, except for occasionally. Now, after they've repaired the retina, now her sight is returning to the point where she has full visibility out of it, and just as the doctors predicted. She's able to see now from the top down, and every day it gets a little better, a little better, a little better. So she may actually be better than she was before.
That's
this
amazing.
whole incident.
And
it is amazing.
Not to say I had anything to do with it, but you know what, Bob? Sometimes Reiki does that.
Well, her best friend is a Reiki practitioner, so we know all about Reiki, and it's amazing. She's done treatments on me, and I'm a believer in it, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, Horry.
Well, we were created as creative beings.
Horry, I have chest pain. Can you do something about that? I got chest pains.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not joking.
We'll see.
I'm not joking, honestly.
We'll do it off air. Let's
hear me out. Hear me out. I feel pressure on my chest all the time.
Okay, you need to see the doctor just to get checked. Like, seriously.
Here's Bling with the doctors. No, Bling, nobody likes to hear that.
D-word in front of me.
Nobody likes doctors.
Cardiologist
I will never go to a doctor. Sorry.
Oh, guys.
Come on.
D-word in front of me.
Doctor, he's gone.
All right,
Forget
guys.
it.
I think we're gonna end it on the D word. No, guys, look, Bling. Don't just Jack, you left too. Just Bling.
Josh sent me some. He's sending me some silver. So I'm going to start drinking that. And
Wes, your problem is in your hand. I am a Mountain Dew freak, or was, and I got to tell you, I have dropped it over the past 3 weeks, and just cutting Mountain Dew out of my diet has made a dramatic difference.
Oh, I get
you. Lost weight too, because that just.
I've done it too, guys.
Yep.
All right, Wes.
I've showed my picture. I've dropped 87 pounds.
Ooh, look at that. All right, guys, we'll end it here, but I want to thank everybody for showing up on the panel. I want to thank everybody who supported the show tonight. You guys are beautiful, lovely people. I love my Flat Earth fam. Bling Bling, Jess Jack, Wesley Stace, Bob. You guys are awesome. It's been 3 hours and 9 minutes, and I'd like to end it here. And yeah, Wes, you know, you got me on Skype, man. I'm not shy to try to work on your chest, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's just the opportunity I appreciate, and I'll say right now, 65% of the people it works on. The other half, I can't explain why it doesn't.
Anything right now, all right.
That's what my aunt said. And I fixed it. So whatever. Well, I'm not going to say I can do it. I'm just going to say I'm willing to try, because if I'd said no, then I'm going against my purpose for being here. Okay, so you guys have a great night. Thanks again, and much love. You know what? I'm here to wake people up. Yeah, who's with me? Peace out, fellas.
We are.
We are. Love ya.
Later, bye.
Love you all.
Later.
Bye-bye.